Hello out there, and welcome to Beyond Avernus. I am DM Steve, and with me is the Alleged Five. Hello, Alleged Five.
Hello, Alleged Five.
Hello.
What?
Hello, DM Steve.
I specifically didn't set you up for that joke this week, and you took it anyway.
You overestimate me.
Yeah. Well, welcome to our campaign where we, see how much we can put me through my paces and completely derail everything I had planned for you guys. So far, you guys are doing pretty good.
So normal DM stuff, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like this is the first time I spent like a lot of time. I did like multiple DM prep streams that like kind of all got thrown out the window just because I didn't realize that you guys could skip the traveling from point A to point B section of D&D. But, we're like tier 4 now, or we're about to cross into tier 4, right? I think technically tier 4 play starts at level 16? Or is it 17? I don't remember how the tiers
17 is 9th level spells. So that might be it? I have no idea.
I know that they the way they break up the tiers is not quite as simple as I would have been led to believe. Regardless, we talked last week about kind of shifting our game style and going more towards this like a series of epic moments. So I'm excited. I've been planning some stuff for the next layer and for this layer. So, how was your week? It was quite a week, right? 2020.
What are you talking about? Nothing has happened this week at all worth talking about.
Yeah, well, we yeah, I guess you're right. Nothing. Football this weekend. That's the most important thing going on.
Yep, a lot of football.
Yeah.
For some, this is true.
6 playoff games in one weekend is the first time I think they've done that because it's usually just 4. So that's fun.
Does Texas get to lose? Wait, no, it's playoffs. Texas doesn't get to lose.
Texas doesn't even get to compete. Des Bryant got to play, but he's not in Texas anymore.
Of course he's not.
That's why he got to play.
Half the reason I don't watch football anymore is because I used to like watching Texas teams, and then I kind of realized what happened every week when I watched Texas teams.
Well, it's weird because as big as like football is in Texas, like why aren't you guys better at it?
High school and college football is huge in Texas.
I feel the heat from here. Oh, you're in Texas, and I feel the heat from that burn all the way over here.
It's just weird. It's like part of your like culture there, like integrated in with everything, like the Friday Night Lights kind of culture.
That's right. That was in West Texas.
So like, going like I imagine everyone in Texas on Friday night like puts the little sign on their business. Like at Jersey Mike's, they put the sign up that says "Close for football," and everyone goes down to the local high school stadium, which is bigger than a lot of freaking NFL stadiums, just to watch kids play football.
You're exaggerating for effect.
I'm just telling you what I picture in my head. I'm not saying what the reality is.
So what you have in your head is an exaggerated reality, but it is not far off. Places don't literally close down, but like
I have a bucket list to either go watch Allen or DeSoto play, like on one random weekend for a vacation. Just go down there and like experience the Texas high school football Friday Night Lights.
Yep, the Barry Center is probably actually as large as an NFL stadium. I'll check that real quick. That's where a lot of the high school football was in one of the. I say nicer as in the district that had more money than the other districts, I guess is the term. I guess nicer, that does mean that. But
I mean, you could fund education or you can fund football. One of them stands the test of time.
You could fund both too, or you could just only fund football.
One of them funds,
the rest of the school.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Okay, the capacity for Barry Centers. Wait, is that inside? It says 11,000 here, whereas Cowboys is 80,000. So not quite up to.
No, that's not quite there.
But it does make sense though that the NFL stadium in Texas would be larger than normal. So
they can't just have it also be 11,000.
Yeah, they had to up it. They're like, how many times? All right, this one's 11,000. How many times do we times it by? The guy's like, I don't know, 7, 8. All right, works for me. Let's build it.
An arms race with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience.
Okay.
And I imagine in like smaller kind of like towns, that's absolutely what it is. My dad actually grew up where Friday Night Lights in Permian High School, where Friday Night Lights was about, if I remember right. And from what he was saying, that's kind of just how it was out in West Texas. It was like, oh, it's Friday night. Okay. If you want a hamburger, like it'll probably be open, but like only 1 or 2 places. It won't like be the whole town isn't picking up, but the whole town is definitely not staying inside.
It's a lot of pressure to put on a teenager.
Come on, 16-year-olds are emotionally mature. They've done all of their maturing and their formative years of middle school. They're stable into their stable high school years now.
I did also, I found it kind of interesting for the first time, they were airing a playoff game on Nickelodeon. Now, to be clear, it was airing on CBS, but also simulcasting on Nickelodeon with a nice Nickelodeon flair. So, like, I had to watch out of morbid curiosity. So, during the opening kickoff, the announcers started singing, like, the SpongeBob theme song. So, like, right before the kickoff, they're like, "Are you ready, kids?" And they're all, "Aye, aye, Captain."
That's kind of cute, actually.
Yeah, and then they called the end zone, like, the slime zone, and they would, like, superimpose, like, whenever someone scored a touchdown, the graphics, like, the AR graphics over the top of the football game would spray slime on all the players in the end zone and stuff. And they had young Sheldon popping up explaining rules. So, like, if there's a flag thrown for, like, pass interference, young Sheldon would pop up in the corner of the screen and explain what pass interference was. It was an interesting experience.
I should have checked it out. I only thought it was the Tennessee game because they showed Nickelodeon in their booth, and then they showed how they were doing it, but I didn't actually see all that stuff.
Yeah, it was the Saints game, the Saints Bears, which I only got to watch the first few minutes, and then the rest of the time I was putting up chicken wire around my whole house. But it was just, they're trying to reach a new audience, I suppose.
That's cool.
Yeah. So.
God, the Are You Ready Kids, that's actually just the perfect place to put that kickoff.
And I think Drew Brees agreed to get slimed if they won. But I don't know if it happened because I didn't get to watch. So if it exists, somebody find it and just link it.
When do we bring back game shows Nickelodeon just so we can watch people get slimed by mixtures of uncomfortable composition?
Did you know I was on Legends of the Hidden Temple when I was a kid?
God, Steve, shut up. Has he pulled this with you guys?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
actually.
I think we talked about it pre-stream or something like that.
It's one of my favorite things you've ever done in Mafia because it was so just out there.
It had nothing to do with anything. Yeah. I didn't know it was going to spurn somebody to go to YouTube and watch every episode of Legends of the Hidden Temple looking for my episode. I feel
Steve,
really
half
bad.
of that's on you.
Was that you, Jordan, or you, Zeke?
Oh, I'm way too lazy to do something like that.
No, it wasn't me. There were some real... We played Mafia with some real maniacs.
Yeah. A lot of characters. Oh. You linked them.
People
so that's like the slime effect on the touchdown, right? But I think he agreed to get...
No, I know. I can't find it, but I was just showing them. They can see how...
They might not have actually went through and slimed him. I don't know if they were set up for that either.
They had so little faith that they just kind of didn't bother to set it up.
Well, do you really think that you're going to be able to slime an athlete? Like, they don't care. Like,
he would totally do it. I mean, he's got, 4 or 5 kids that are, between the ages of 5 and 15?
Yeah.
Just have it be green Gatorade and call it slime.
Well, it's like pudding in... It's like tapioca pudding in, oatmeal or something like that, right?
Yeah, to make it thick.
That one posted here. Bears player drops the cleanest F-bomb on Nickelodeon during Bears.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, because I think the ref was giving a call and he walked right by the ref and yelled the F word and it just got blared to Nickelodeon.
Pretty great.
Yeah,
F the kids.
Yeah, F the kids.
Hey,
Nice callback, Rick.
Never gonna leave that down, huh?
Why
No,
would we?
it's too awesome.
Give
Well,
me a
guys-
month, and I'll probably do something stupid, and we can go on to that. Maybe I can make another deal with Asmodeus, where I have to give my left leg. That way I can play Twister. Satan Twister. That's what it comes down to. The final encounter with Asmodeus. He just has the Twister board with Imp Willie on the wheel. Just left arm. Yellow.
All right, Zeke, make that dexterity save as you
Oh,
go
you-
left hand
you know I'm
green.
ready. Average.
You actually roll.
Completely average.
That's funny. Well, are you guys ready to delve into tonight's episode, or do we want to? We can talk about. It's weird. Nothing else happened this week at all. Huh? Trying to think. No.
I got
Everything was
hired.
smooth. Oh, yeah, that's true. You got a new job.
Yay.
I've
Created a Twitter account.
Oh,
You
wow.
do?
besides your hollow D&D one.
I was just throwing it out there because I could.
Oh,
I mean, create a Twitter account.
created. Got it. Not a Perler account. Parlor, not Perler. Oh wow, quiet on that.
Parlor won't exist after Sunday probably, and
Yep.
well, I don't want to know everybody who's on it. So
Don't you have to actually give your ID or something to sign up?
I wouldn't know, Steve,
I would
and
know.
I hope none of us
No one
know.
would know.
Yeah,
I
I was gonna
looked
say,
it up.
I
I
didn't
know
even
what-
heard about it until today when I saw the post.
I looked it up because that had me very curious. Apparently, you can make a normal account without having to identify yourself to this private corporation using your government numbers. But if there was some subscription or additional level, you had to literally give them your social or your driver's license or something like that.
That is-
insane.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, no, right? That's legit.
It's just a private corporation. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, I sent my money to some prince in Nigeria before. I mean, that was legit.
I mean, that's where you got all your money, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we're not going to Parlor, but we are going to Stygia. I think they're pretty similar in feel.
Damn it.
I hope
What?
not. I really hope not.
What a segue. God.
Only Steve would make a segue like that.
So when we last left off with the alleged... Oh, you know what? Stop. I do apologize. Normally I make myself a little script here so that I can kind of stay on topic as we start. Believe it or not, I usually have a script, or at least an outline. We didn't even introduce ourselves. So hi, I'm Steve, aka DM Steve. You can follow me on Twitter at Steve the DM, or here on Twitch. If you have any ounce of love in your heart, click the follow button down below. It doesn't cost you anything. Just move your mouse a few pixels down and click follow. I'll really appreciate it. If you're following me on YouTube, click that subscribe button. All right, that's awesome. Let's go around and you guys introduce yourselves and give a little insight into your characters that you're playing for us tonight. Let's start with the bottom and go up. So, Tyler.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I play Zeke, a Simic hybrid crabman druid. He's a crab, and currently he's concerned because on this plane you don't get it's so goddamn cold that you don't get your spell slots back. You don't long rest. You have to make a con save to get a short rest, and he didn't. So, really looking forward to just leaving.
It's partially it's interesting because it's partially the idea of the cold, which is definitely here, but it's also a level of being in a layer of hell and not being of the correct alignment is having negative effects on you.
That's right. Yeah. It's a really fun. I'm playing it up for fun, but I think that's a really cool idea, Steve. So yeah, that is me and that is Zeke. And
Okay.
we are one of the same.
I was gonna say something smart ass, but then I thought, you know what? I'll take the compliment. Mike. Mike, you there?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I didn't catch that part, I guess. I am Mike playing Morthos. I am a Mel Tiefling Warlock. And my patron is Maliki, the goddess of the forest. And that's it. Enjoying the cold.
All right, up the line, Jordan.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm playing Marius, a transformed ASMR that is more angel than human at this point. And I'm down here helping a good friend with my spouses to have a rescue mission from a jail in one of the bottom levels of the Nine Hells, and really loving the cold and really hoping to make the most out of the haste spell he cast last session. And that's my guy.
That's right. It's interesting. I just because like we were out of combat, kind of. I know you guys have the haste spell going on for like 8 more rounds, but like I deleted the turn tracker, and then I was like, oh wait, you still have haste. Oh well, too late.
I saw it was 8.
Yeah, I know you have 8. Yeah, I did because we're kind of out of combat. I deleted it without really thinking about it. I was like, why do I still have this up? Oh, that was why.
Because Marius is going to fly into the ship and look for something to kill.
Yeah. So up next, how about Rick?
I am Rick. I am playing Hallandar, the Shadow Elf Ranger Fighter, who is leading this, well, not leading this, has coerced, I wouldn't really call it coerced, has asked his good friends to help him rescue somebody from the 8th level of hell. And they all said, sure, they had nothing better to do. And now we're freezing our butts off.
Convinced is a decent word there. Yeah. And last, but certainly not least, Brianna.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I am playing Ava. She is a rogue, cleric, ASMR, Torm, and she is cold and miserable, and she was forced to take a nap for the first time in quite a while, so she's quite grumpy.
Very cool. And when we last left off with our alleged 5, we were hired for a mission by a contact known as Shug, who was... Tyler's over there laughing. Who was, you guys didn't hit it off as besties right away, but he's kind of granted you guys either access to the leader of the city in Stygia, Tantalin, or at least access to the portal if you guys don't want to wait around for a meeting, because meetings, apparently everything takes a long time here. And you guys, if there's one thing you guys don't have, it's an abundance of time to sit around twiddling your thumbs. So, you have been hired for a heist mission, which is to board a ship leaving a city known as Garriston, and to kind of make it look like a robbery, but specifically you guys are looking for one piece of treasure or information, which is a book, which can potentially hold the secrets to freeing Levistus from his icy tomb. And so you guys need to find that and bring it back. Last week we descended on the ship and immediately decimated everything pretty easily. You guys are pretty strong now, no joke. And so yeah, we the last shot we had was Marius with his haste spell looking at the group and saying follow me, and dive bombing down the center of the ship, because this giant animated golem statue burst up from beneath through this cargo net metal bar sort of hatch that lowers things up and down the ship. That way they can get the cargo in and out. And Marius is able to sort of fly down to see what's waiting for you down below, because so far you guys have just landed pretty much on the deck of the ship and gone through the captain's quarters and stuff like that on top. Anything else that happened last week that you guys feel was important enough to address before we jump in this week?
Husband 2 almost went down because of the golem. And I think the last thing Mary said before dive bombing was like, Morthos, drink some potions. Let's go.
Yeah, we also had the callback
blood.
to Smiler the Defiler as Morthos did his little, Star-Lord dance and summoned two, what were they?
Oh my god, I forgot about the
Mad
red
Caps.
caps.
Mad Caps.
Red Caps. Yeah, you didn't get Mad Caps this time. You got Red Caps.
Oh, that's right. Red Caps. Yep.
The Mad Caps are a
Luckily, I
little
did.
more, a little more intense.
Or those, took out his Walkman and started dancing.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yep. And then as we're heading down, Morthos picks up one of the caps and hands it to Hal.
oh, that's right. The actual
Yep.
cap is left behind.
Yep.
Yeah, you pick it up, and like the hat itself, the reason they're called red caps is because they take their hats and soak them in blood. So as you pick up the hat, it's squishy with like a thick sort of blood, congealed blood, like in the hat.
Ugh.
Yeah, I kind of just pick it up on the top of the hat. And like, here you go, Hal. This is for you.
I hope there are like a little chin strap so I can tie it on.
I would call a point of order to the DM. With how cold it is, wouldn't it just become like a solid frozen hat?
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, like it would like freeze over, right? So it'd be like
Yay.
a nice,
Basically a
crispy,
frozen-
hard, sort of crunchy blood hat. Yeah.
Crunchy
Frozen
blood
feds.
hat.
We're preserving the blood for the next layer.
Yeah, you can put it on now. The instant it's not freezing, it'll just thaw right all over your head. Okay, so yeah, as we jump into tonight's game, let's cut over to our opening intro video that sets the mood for the games tonight. As we jump into tonight's episode of Beyond Avernus. See you in a minute.
Deep in the lower planes, detached from all the comforts of the material world, lies a realm called Bator, otherwise known as the Nine Hells. 9 distinct layers make up this plane of existence, each ruled by a single lord which binds the layer under its willpower. The first layer, Avernus, welcomes all visitors to its war-torn lands. Here, the blood war rages on between devils and demons in an eternal dance for dominance. Deep below Avernus are the other layers. Diz, Minaros, Fleligos, Stygia, Malbolge, Maladomni, Cania, Nessus, each protected from teleportation magic by the lord of that lair. This is where the story takes us, as our alleged 5 set their eyes down towards the 8th layer of hell, Cania, and its lord, Mephistopheles, as they seek to free Erevis Kale from his bonds. Join us as we venture deep down beyond Avernus.
Welcome back to Beyond Avernus. Hopefully that sort of video gets you as excited as it gets me. I need to update it because, it's kind of a rough... I'm always like, yeah, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but I'll get around to fixing it up, and then I never do. So I have, actual video editing software I can do some cooler stuff with, so I'll get around to it, maybe.
I believe
Anyways.
you.
Hal takes his crunchy blood hat Sorry, I choked to death laughing about the crunchy bloodheads.
Yep. That's going to keep coming back, I can
I'll
tell.
kind of tie it to my backpack as a memento a la the division. Tie it on there as
Nice.
Marius flies down the center.
Yep. So Marius, you want to like dive bomb down, right?
Yeah.
So
I only can move 180 feet in 6 seconds, so
you know, it's a really big ship. So the odd thing is, every floor of the ship is 180 feet.
of course it is.
It's like a Texas-sized ship. Everything's bigger. No,
You
so
see a small sign that says "out for football."
so
So it's the opposite of their. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
yeah. So Marius, you dive bomb down here. I've moved your token down here to this next layer down. You should be able to see, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you dive bomb down, and what you see with a quick glance on this layer is below deck, the cold wind disappears, giving you a slight reprieve from the wind chill. Tables are scattered here, making this look as if it's a place for the crew to hang out during their journey. Barrels and crates are stacked against the edge of the wall, secured with ropes. A large rope net directly below you is like completely like torn asunder and pushed. Like you can see, what was a cargo net is now busted and like hanging loose, which basically leads to a large hole that leads lower into the ship. And you can see like there's this whole floor. So you dip down. You know, do you want to go further down, or do you want to like explore this level? Like what? You doing? And what's everyone else doing like behind you, right? Because they don't have the wing speed you do.
Yep.
Morthos is drinking
Mike's
potions.
rolling some dice. Oh yeah, the potion.
Don't forget to add the +2 on each one as well.
All right. Yeah, the interesting thing about D&D, right, is I can't just go through here and use my movement and open all these doors because that's an object interaction, right? I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 doors.
There are a bunch of doors, yeah.
How far between the decks are they? As I poke my head over where the golem had.
It's about
torn
12
off
feet or so per deck floor. It's actually pretty nice ship, so there is quite a bit of like space on each floor. At least on the first level down where Marius is, that level is about 12 feet. The next one down might be a little less.
Okay, then I'm gonna move over and just open both of these doors.
Because you're hasted and all that, I'll just let you like fly like down the thing and throw them all open if you'd like, because it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm basically gonna go through and open all the doors and see if there's any enemies.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and open these, and you can move your token back and forth because you got a lot of speed. So what are the rest of you guys doing? You look over the edge of the thing. It looks like about 12 feet down to the next level, and then lower than that is like the belly of the ship. There's obviously the staircase that kind of comes down.
Is Marius on the second level?
Yes.
I want to use distance strike to foe attack and teleport down to the next
Nice.
area.
Okay. Does it say you have to target a creature, or just anything can trigger that?
I can just shoot. It's an attack.
Yeah. So I guess as
You
long as
could
you
like
just...
attack around a corner and see if there's anyone there.
I mean,
This is when
technically,
you take the attack action.
yeah, he could just spike an arrow straight down into the deck and then teleport.
That's a beautiful image.
It's
if
really
we're
silly.
talking about football references here.
Attack action can only be done in combat, right?
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a rule, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm Matt. I'll ask Steve, the DM.
I'm gonna say you can just take the attack action. I think you have to like physically like fire your arrow though, so like you have to pick something to shoot at, even if it's just a crate or like a chair or the floor or an empty square. I think
The area I'm jumping towards.
yeah. So it's like a Naruto dagger with a little tack on the end. You throw it and appear where it is. Okay. Yeah, so as you kind of poke through the rooms, like basically most of the rooms appear to just be like crew beds and stuff like that. There's not really a description for them, but like each bedroom looks like it was lived in, and it looks like someone left the rooms in a hurry and like ran upstairs. It smells like most of the stuff you guys fought last week probably was holed up in these crew rooms, but you go through and it looks completely cleared out, Marius. It looks like there could be treasure and stuff, like they have personal footlockers and stuff, but it would take some time to go through all that.
I will yell up through the hole as Hal teleports down, and I'll yell up, "There's plenty to look through down here, but I'm going to keep going down, and then I'm going to fly down."
Okay. So, yeah, so Hal, you teleport down to the next level. So, Zeke, Morthos, and Ava, what are you guys doing? Ava's like standing on the staircase that goes down.
Taking the stairs.
Yeah, so.
Morthos, how wounded are you?
I'm bloodied. Even with that, I'm 69 of 122. So.
Okay, in that case, let me pop a cure wounds for you. Do it at 3rd level with the staff. 14 for you.
I will say, Marius, like as you're kind of flying through here and like calling back up, it does sound like there is some movement on the deck below you.
Yep. Okay, then
No problem.
as I'm flying down, if you'll permit me a single action, I don't know if I have any left after moving 180 feet, but I mean I can only move 360 if I dash.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wanted to do some lay on hands on myself really quick before I go down because I hear movement.
That's fine.
All right, I'm gonna pump 30 points of healing into myself and then go down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at Hal and Ava as I do, and I say, "There's movement below," and then just dive down.
Quick question: how big are the gaps in between the grate in the ship?
12 feet.
No, like between the individual in the grate. How big is the gap?
That metal grate has been lifted and tossed aside from the big statue last week, but it's basically they're small enough they're not meant to be passed through like by creatures unless you're really tiny. So not big enough for you to crawl through the metal slats. But just know that the actual grates are not there anymore. So I could probably just like
Okay, so all the way through the ship, there's no more grates. Basically.
Right.
Okay. I guess.
Boom! I deleted the grate.
Nice. How can I see if I'm at the edge? Can I see how far down it goes with I think 60-foot dark vision?
Yeah, you would be able to see the bottom from that.
Okay. I think I'm in a wild shape actually into an owl then.
Ooh. Okay.
Here.
A giant owl or an owl?
No, just a tiny little owl.
If you were to look from the top down, right? Just to explain what you see, you look down. There's about 12 feet. You can see where there was a cargo net over a similar shaped hole that's now been torn apart, and the cargo net's kind of like hanging down, kind of creating almost like a rope ladder that someone could climb down. And there's just a pile of like crates and barrels below, and a big old empty space that looks like it might have at one point held the actual statue before it stood up and climbed up onto the deck.
Okay.
And that next one, that bottom hole looks to be about like 9 feet tall, so it's a little more cramped than the 12-foot middle layer.
I'll go one down.
Okay. That is a good thing.
And you're shifting into an owl?
Actually, Jordan has a really good point. I think I'm going to be a giant eagle and then carry Morthos down. If that's cool with you, Morthos.
That's awesome. Let's do it.
Okay.
I will, and then carry him down through the where the grate was.
Yep. I'd say as a large creature, you're kind of starting to get a little cramped in here, but enough space that it's not too much of an issue. You just, as you fly, your wings are probably like hitting like chairs and tables and the floor and the roof. So be careful. All right, Marius dives down one layer more.
Here we go.
Yeah, as you get down into the down at the bottom, here lies the main cargo hold. Above the main floor, a hole in the ceiling is covered in a now destroyed cargo net. Large piles of barrels and crates are secured here carefully so as not to be disturbed by the rocking ship. While well, I have this written here, but it's not here anymore. It says, the most interesting piece of cargo here seems to be a large statue rising from the floor to just barely being contained within the 9-foot-tall ceilings here. So the statue's not... The space where the statue was is in front of you, Marius.
Nice.
And there's a bunch of like chains of infernal iron that have like detached and are just laying here on the floor that looks like it probably held the statue in place at some point, and now they've like busted free and are just like scattered around. The other thing you notice is there's a bunch of like weird devils that look to be like almost like half hiding. They're hiding behind like barrels and like looking over the top at you, and probably something you guys have never seen, but they look something like this. I think I can do... doesn't look like I can do quite a handout, but that's kind of what they look like, that sort of...
Huh.
I think I could do... We'll probably show you this handout. Yeah, but these things are known as scridles. But they don't look to be, like, engaging with you so much as they look to be, like, hiding from you, Marius. Like, around the edges of the room, trying to take cover. And, you know, they're doing a terrible job about hiding, but they're trying. With your passive perception, you 100% see them.
Yeah. Marius is going to shout up maybe some non-combatants down here, but I'm going to then shift my focus to them and say, are there any more defenders on this level?
You're speaking in common?
I'll try it in Celestial just to piss them off.
So you speak out in Celestial, and you don't get any sort of like direct response. They look kind of confused, but there is a voice that appears like in your head, and then that says like, "What are you doing here, Angel?"
In my head, I'll respond in Celestial to kind of keep up the
bit.
The
Keep
bit.
it alive.
Yep, keep the bit alive and say, I'm here to vanquish evil.
Heavy stuff. And then one of them, like the one, spits back and says, "What you're doing here is illegal. You'll never get away with this."
Forgot they were this ridiculous about laws.
Oh, man. Marius is going to call up in Celestial because he knows most of the people in our party can speak Celestial and say, didn't we say no survivors?
I think that was kind of the plan if we got found out.
Oh, these...
Yeah, we can't have any witnesses.
All right.
Otherwise, we're done for, right? This won't be a robbery anymore. We'll know what
Yep. In my head, I say to the voice, "Are you one of these in here with the room with me in Celestial, or are you somewhere else in the ship?"
One of them, like here, kind of like strides out, and like kind of takes to the air in the wing with its wings and floats up, and just like looks at you, and says, "I'm here." But it actually speaks out loud in Infernal to you.
Yep. And then I'll just call up and say, we've got some combatants.
Okay, so Hal's ransacking some rooms while Marius is downstairs having a conversation. That's fine.
Marius is trying to use his haste, so I guess he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
move past them and start opening doors. And if they take attacks of opportunity, he will stop and respond. He's got his blade out and his shield in his other hand.
Okay, yeah, they don't seem to like go for you, right? So Hal, as you spend some time to going into the first room and just kind of pilfering through, and probably this first room like down here with all the beds and stuff, just in like the few seconds you have to toss it over, you find 25 gold.
Alrighty.
And Marius flies over to the first door and throws it open. Oops, that's throwing out the door. This is the door. And you're greeted with what looks to be a large devil of some sort.
Yeah. Wow. I was not expecting that.
There's like a large bone devil like staring back at you. You can feel like some resistance on the door, and you like yank it open, and like you can see this bone devil on the other side was like trying to hold the door shut, but you like rip it like out of its grip as it kind of looks at you like wide-eyed. And you see like it almost like gets in like a defensive sort of stance, like it's ready to defend itself if you become aggressive against it. It kind of like bares its teeth and hunches down, and its like tail comes over the top of it with like the spike, and it's like a rattlesnake with a rattle going.
In Celestial, I'll say, you the captain?
It like literally like cocks its head sideways and has no idea what you're saying.
I need a translator down here, I yell back into the main cargo hold.
Yeah,
You hear an eagle screech from above.
Yeah, do you want to fly down with Morthos, Zeke?
Yeah, I think I want to bring Morthos down here.
All right, you guys. I'll bring you
And
guys
this
down.
is the bottom of the ship, right?
This looks to be like the lowest level. Yeah, there's like a level slightly below this, but it's just like the ballast, I guess.
Bilge.
The bilge, the ballast that like helps keep it like afloat. But this is like the last like quarters type room. There's no like you follow the giant hole into the cargo hold here. It doesn't look like it goes down any further.
Okay.
Hal's tossing rooms, and Ava, are you just going down and taking the
Yeah.
stairs? Everyone's doing all this like epic eagle flying and teleporting, and Ava's just like taking the stairs.
Gotta getting the steps in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check her nails. Make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, so you can go ahead. I moved.
You know you're looking for treasure.
It's gonna tuck herself down here.
Yeah, you would hear like from just around the corner that you hear Marius like yelling up like, "I need a translator down here, right?" Yeah, he seems like he's just around the corner from you.
Ava does not speak any sort of infernal language, so she would make a pretty poor translator.
You do feel
Morthos
my
and me
aura,
both-
though.
We both speak infernal, so we can translate.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Morthos kind of just down gently and turn back into a crab.
Crab or crab man?
Crab man, sorry.
Okay. Marius will move out of threat range and see if he takes an attack of opportunity while yelling back into the main cargo hold. Find out who these people are or who these fiends are, and he's still talking in Celestial, and where the thing we're looking for is. He's not going to say specifically what it is, and he's going to keep opening doors.
Okay, I guess I'll go up to the nearest scribe devil and just in infernal, really like calm demeanor. I'll start asking, "Hey, so we're looking for something in particular. Do you have any literature on this ship you're transporting right now?"
Their eyes like glance like around the room, and you can see like filing cabinets and crates and papers, and like this whole room is like basically full of like files, right? And so their eyes like look around really nervously, and he like throws himself like over the nearest like a crate full of papers and like dramatically like protects it from you and says, "No, you can't have our paperwork. It's too important."
No, this isn't your paperwork.
It's not your money; it's the bank's money.
Those
Don't
aren't
do anything
your
stupid.
bills. Yeah, it's not your paperwork. It's just a book. We're looking for a book.
Yeah, around here, Marius, you start finding some like holding pens that look where they can chain people up and kind of like drag them around. There's no one in there currently, but there's no doubt that these are definitely like, slave pens.
Are
to
these
some
human skulls and skeletons?
Extent. Yes.
one question
And a
over
torture
here.
rack.
Are these human? These skeletons?
They look humanoid at least. They're definitely not devil in nature.
Okay.
And so, like, yeah, Rick, you're kind of peeking your head down, looking at them, and you can see Zeke having, like, a conversation with the devil who's throwing himself over a pile of crates and paperwork, trying to protect it from Zeke. So, yeah, you say, these aren't your paperwork, and he's kind of like, you know, whatever you're here for, just, you know, take our money and leave. Or are you assassins?
We're here for the book. And I guess if he's going to be over on this pile, I'm going to... Let me see, where is... I can't sacred... Oh, I don't have sacred flame at all, actually. I'll take out my thorn whip and kind of just start threatening this pile of paperwork.
Oh, man.
If you tell us where the book is, we don't have to destroy this. But if we can't find the book, we might have to start looking.
Make a intimidation check.
Marius is gonna fly up behind this one here, who's flying now, and just in a low, dangerous tone, in Celestial ask, "So how many humans have you killed on this ship?"
Yeah, he doesn't understand, like, the words, but, like, the tone on your voice is, like, very clear, you know? And there's this moment where Zeke's threatening him, and, like, they're all, like, eyeing each other and eyeing you. And I think there's that, like, moment where everyone can feel in the air that, like, shit's about to hit the fan, you know? And I think, like, everyone is, like, basically lunging for their attacks and weapons at the same time. So at this point, they're going to try to get the drop. They're trying to, like, blindside you, Zeke. They're like more Marius, like, just have everyone roll initiative at this point, because it seems like things are, you know, you did not successfully intimidate them into giving you the information you were looking for.
10? Wow, these guys are brave.
I'm gonna move your token down one level, Rick, just so you can see what's going on.
I think Ava should have rolled with stealth instead of perception here, so that way, because she's...
Wait, you rolled a 4 with advantage?
No, I rolled a 10 with advantage. Oh, no, wait, did I? No, I rolled
a 3 and a 10.
a 3 to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see.
Jordan, we tied initiative again.
I saw the +4.
Oh,
This happens
no.
all the time.
This is the worst.
Hell yeah.
Just the worst. Look at Hal, just ready to kill.
Jeez.
Hal, like, heard Zeke's really crappy threat and was like, okay.
Ortho was like, no, we're talking.
Yeah, so between Zeke and Marius, who wants to go first?
Let's let Marius go first again. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm happy doing that.
All right, so everyone down here is, like, having this tense moment, and Hal's, like, standing above, like, watching it unfold from, like, the crow's nest, and you're the first to like get the drop on everyone, because seeing that, you know, negotiations are failing, what would you like to do?
So I'm standing up over the thing.
Yeah, you're just,
Right.
I moved your token down so you can see, but, like, yeah, you're still technically on the deck right above.
And who's Zeke talking to?
This sort of devil thing here.
I'm gonna hold my attack
Okay.
until. No, I'm not. I'm Hallandar. I'm gonna shoot the damn guy.
Yeah, it looks like things are already like you
Wait,
see them
who
start
am I playing?
You're playing Hal, Rick.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're pretty sure they're about to attack if you don't do something.
I'm gonna put a planar warrior on it.
Okay.
If it's within 30 feet.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
And I'll take a first shot with this bow that Steve gave me.
I love how you preference it. Like, hey, just so you know, the DM gave me this bow, so when it does crazy stuff, not on me, guys.
Yeah. Do you wanna like teleport down to the deck, or are you gonna stay up above?
No, I'm gonna stay above.
Okay. No problem. Yeah. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
All right.
They don't look heavily armored. You know, they look like they're sort of covered in these like infernal runes all over their body. 23 definitely hits.
That's 20 force
20 force damage. Okay.
plus 2 more, 22. Sorry,
Plus
I'm
2 more.
reading.
That's right.
And I'm gonna shoot at this guy next.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You got to attack different targets so you can get.
Yeah. 26 for 14 piercing. 16
16,
piercing.
right?
Excuse me. Yep.
Right. Okay.
And then I guess can I get an angle on this guy and bend the arrow?
Yeah, because like you could just walk around the edge of this like platform
Yeah.
and like get down, so that's fine too.
$16.
16 does hit.
15 piercing.
Yeah, they're not heavily armored at all. They're just, they have their dexterity, and it seems like that's about it. All right,
Yeah, that's my go.
hit. All right, we cut down the hall, like hiding in one of the bedrooms. Are you ransacking the bedroom, or are you actually just like hiding, ready for combat, Ava?
Oh, she was poking through the bedroom.
Okay, I'll let you get. Let's see. In this room, you managed to find 19 gold.
All right.
And then you hear, like, Hal starting combat, and you hear, like, shit hit the... I guess probably what happens is you're going through the coins, and then you get the opera music in your head from your crossbow of warning that's letting you know you're about to be in danger. And so that allows you to jump into action, right?
She is going to poke out into the hallway, see this fella right here, and fire off with her crossbow.
Okay. You can go ahead and take advantage on that.
Well, let's fish her crit anyway. 24.
24 hits.
Can't do math, 25.
25. Okay.
Move back here, and bonus action, hide.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, where'd that arrow come from? They turn and look down the one hallway. But there's a couple of doors you could have came out of at least.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. The devils get to go next. So this one here, the one that's like you're threatening its paperwork, Zeke. So it reaches out with his like little claw hand and tries to like Actually, no. At first, it's going to make its tail attack. So it's almost got like a little scorpion tail that looks like it has something black like dripping out of it, almost like a venom kind of stinger, and it lunges at you with its tail attack. So that is 13. So pretty sure that's nowhere near hitting you.
Who?
Zeke.
13. It's a little below.
Just a little. Power of
Just
love,
a little
right?
bit.
All right.
Yeah,
And then,
just barely. Just sneaks by.
and then it gets a 16 with its claw attack.
Nope.
Okay. The one that you like are asking about, like the human bodies and stuff, Marius, it spins around and it does the same thing. So it tries to bring its tail into you. That's an
Miss.
8. And then its claws
Miss.
for an 8. Yeah, pretty weak. This one here floats forward, like lashes forward at you, Morthos, and tries to hit you with its tail attack. That's a 23 on Morthos. Are you muted?
Mike, you're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, so here's what happens. It like the tail like stabs into you, and you can feel it like pushing something black that you think is venom. But as it does so, you take 7 piercing damage first of all, and then you see your eyes start getting cloudy almost as your eyes begin to fill with ink. It fills with ink as it's pumping ink into your body. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my God! Look at that stat block. Look at that information in there.
I didn't want to know that.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
no.
no!
Oh,
And
no.
you're not within. You're just out of Marius's reach. So Morthos, your eyes go black, and your eyes literally fill completely black as the world around you goes dark, and you are now blinded.
Wrapped up.
But
like a goose.
I do need to know what is the what is you have like that Eldritch Invocation, the Devil Side or whatever it's called.
Yeah, correct.
What does that read? Can you tell me? Can you pop it in chat? Because I want to know if this overrides that effect, right? Because this is like a blindness, which is different, I think, than darkness. But I do wondering about the wording. And you're the one person in the party that doesn't have blind fighting, I think.
Nope.
Zeke doesn't either, but he's a crab man.
That's true.
It doesn't help him in any way with this, but it's fun. If you have a blind crab, it's actually really sad.
Yep. I think though that like it makes you blinded, and it's not like a magical darkness, so I don't think it interacts with your feature, but I wasn't sure. But anyways, Morthos, you are now blinded.
Did that pop in there?
It did. It's at the very bottom.
It's like everything you had, yeah.
You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet.
Yeah, so it's not darkness; it's like blindness. So I think it's a different effect. So I think you are affected by it. Okay, so the world around you, Morthos, goes completely black.
And
and
I
then
hope somebody's good at medicine check.
and then on the deck above, like how like one of the devils like flies up to like you like standing on the deck with your bow, pops up one of the ones that you hit right at the end, and it's going to use his tail attack on you or her tail attack.
Hold on. It never did its second attack on Morthos.
Oh, that's true. It does get a second attack on you. That was just the tail, right?
Sorry.
That was
Oh no,
enough.
you're right. Okay, so it does take an attack against you, and you are blind, so it has advantage now. That's a 21.
That hits.
And you take 9 slashing. So the world goes black, and then you feel a claw like stab you. Okay, and then on Hal, tail attack first. An 8. And then the claws attack, 19.
It's
Oh, the 19 actually does hit. Okay.
yep.
11 slashing.
All right.
All right, and that is the Scribe Devil's turn.
Marius is going to fly by every Scribe Devil to remove their attack of opportunities.
Oh, just like do a lap around the room? Okay. So you fly past the one in front of you, so it's going to use a tail attack. 19.
Misses.
The second one next to Zeke. 13.
Misses.
The one next to Morthos. It like yanks the tail right out of Morthos and tries to stab it into you with a 20, which still misses.
Miss.
And then are you gonna fly up to get the one next to Hal too?
Yeah, I'm going to fly by that one
Yeah,
and
it'll
then
try.
come back down.
17. So yeah, you eat up all the reactions of everything, and they all miss.
And then I say hi to the Bone Devil.
He's got like a horrified look on his face, and he almost looks like you pop up, like he's almost like relieved that you left, and then you pop back in a blur right in front of it, and he does like a startled look in his face, like ah. He doesn't scream like a little girl, but that's the face he makes. Like
He screams like the DM.
Oh god.
and what was your,
With a free action, I'll say, well, you know what? No witnesses. Never mind.
Do you say that out loud, or are you saying like you can't?
in
In common, I go, huh? You know what? No witnesses.
Okay.
And I take 3 attacks.
Yep, go for it.
I need a
That first
concentration check.
one's 20.
What was
Who
that?
does?
Me.
Oh,
What do you have
I
up?
still have Pass Without Trace on.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, go ahead and make that.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
You got it. All right, that first one is I think it's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Yep, 25 to hit. Eight slashing. Nope, 14 slashing, 5 radiant.
Okay.
That's a natural 2 on my second attack. I will. You know what? This might be the last thing we do for today. I'm gonna use my clockwork amulet to change that. Oh no, I have to do it before I roll.
I think you do it before you
That's
roll.
my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah,
But you can do it on your third
and
attack.
then last attack.
Ooh, you
I
can hear
should
the
have-
dice.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit. You can hear the dice tower clink. I like that sound. I miss that sound.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, down the dice tower. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just hit him once, and then I just give him an evil look, and that's it. That's it.
Okay. Zeke.
Stop. I'm just trying to stop him from getting out of that room.
Right.
I think that's. Question about wild shape and concentration.
Okay.
Can you maintain concentration on an existing effect in wild shape?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then I'm technically still concentrating on the call lightning.
Yes, and we talked about in this center kind of gap, right? Anywhere those like grate would be, like that's this like center sort of like 3 squares or 9 squares, you would have like sight down, right?
Right.
So I'll draw like a box around the squares. So these ones are all open to the sky. And then I would even say like, you know, at an angle you could probably hit any of those squares or any square that's like adjacent to one of those squares.
Okay.
Which is all of them.
Right. Yeah. Like, yeah. They are
Okay.
concentrated right under your storm cloud.
So, can I just like? I want to get over next to Morthos. Can I? I want to kind of like. I can't really get a good look at him in combat, I imagine.
I mean, you were pretty perceptive. You saw what happened. You saw him get stabbed. You saw his eyes go black.
Right. I want to heal him, but yeah, I'm gonna hop over.
How good is your
Yeah.
medicine?
Medicine's very good. Is there
Is it a plus 13 good?
plus 10?
That's good.
Oh wait, hold on. Wasn't there some awful side effect if that didn't? Oh shit! Remove the. Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I mean-
yeah. Do you see what
Yeah.
happens when you fail?
Hold on.
You as a player know that. You as a character wouldn't know that, right? But like,
Can I like just do a perception check, just to, like in 3 seconds, eyeball pun intended. Just like, is this something I could handle in like 10 seconds without nearly killing my friend, or would this be better? Would this take more time?
I mean, you're literally looking at going into like something you have in your medicine kit and like literally like draining ink from his eye with like a stabbing mechanism, right?
Okay, that was a dumb question. I agree.
So
I
you
see
can't,
that.
you could do that within 6 seconds, but like that's what you see. Like, oh, your initial reaction is like, oh god, I need to drain the ink out of those eyes, and you had to stab Morthos in the eye to do that.
Don't worry, I can't see. I won't see you stab me.
You'd have to have
better.
your healer's kit, right? You have a healer's kit?
When you say your healer's kit, right? You have phrased that in a manner that makes me the bad guy for not having one.
If you don't have one, then you don't.
So-
You probably
so
don't have
you-
the implements to actually
So
do
you
it.
don't-
'Cause
so you
it
don't
specifically
have
says you need a healer's kit.
I can see your face. Don't make that face.
What are you talking about? My dice are on camera, not me. What are you talking about?
See your face. You're looking at me.
Stick your face down there.
Okay, in that case,
You know, that's funny. I have a healer's kit because I bought one at Candlekeep.
you have. God damn it! I forgot about the kits.
I'll give it to you after this combat, but you don't have it right now.
I think what I want to do is just greater restoration Morthos.
Oh yeah, that works.
Damn.
I'm
that
not
cost
gonna
the
like take
diamond?
the risk. In general.
Yeah. Do you have the diamond for it?
GP's worth of diamond dust. Let me find.
You guys
I
had a
have
lot
a
of.
full ass diamond. I also
You guys-
have 300 gold worth of diamonds For the Revivify, could I just use those?
Diamond.
Yeah, I mean, you had enough downtime back in kind of because you would have been able to grind up any of the diamonds you need. So if you want to use some of that diamond dust, that's fine.
Okay. Let me.
So
rename this.
Revivify needs diamond or diamond dust.
This is Greater Restoration. It needs diamond dust.
Right, but Revivify needs the whole diamond, right?
Double check that. I believe so.
Yes, diamond.
Diamond's worth 300 gold, not diamond dust. So yeah.
So I don't think you would have like ground up your one Revivify diamond to make 100 GP of diamond dust, right?
I look. I don't want to say that this is super metagamey, but in Candlekeep during that week, we would have talked about, hey, what are we going to need down there? And Greater Restoration would have come up, and we would have talked about needing diamond dust, and we would have bought diamonds.
We literally spent like 2 episodes shopping, and nobody brought it up, though.
Yeah, but you said anything that is below common level magical items, we can just buy. Diamonds are not magical, so...
I agree that you could have, but like I don't think you can go 4-5 sessions later in the campaign and say, oh, I would have bought that 5 sessions ago, right?
Yeah, jeez. To me, it's such a weird thing because Zeke would know to do that, even if Tyler didn't know at the time, but Tyler is Zeke, so there we go.
It's a very funny little like paradox.
You guys had like party community gold that you guys never spent, right? You guys doled it out at the end.
No, we still haven't doled it out. It's still in the pile.
I think what I'm going to do then is let's just say that Zeke knows but forgot. 1, because that's fun, and 2, because that's literally what happened.
Okay.
And it's just going to take the 300 gold diamonds and just toss it on the ground and let that be the dust, if that works.
That's not. I mean, that's up to Steve, but that's literally not dust. You're just throwing $300 GP worth of diamonds on the ground.
Here's the thing. I think I'm fine with allowing.
Step on it.
I mean, part of the reason that you can use dust is it's easy. Like a 300 GP diamond is a very sizable diamond that has value because it's so rare, right? Diamond dust is like you could take like a bunch of cheap diamonds and grind it up and get 100 GP dust. So you can use this 300 GP diamond to fuel this spell, but it'll consume the 300 GP diamond.
I'm fine with that. 1, because we have more diamonds for Revivify. I can't say that word. 2, because this is definitely a very tense moment at the moment.
Okay.
I will use that 300 gold diamond to cast Greater Restoration.
That works.
That chat.
I don't think the idea is that like the diamond should be hard. Like the Greater Restoration diamond should be easier to come by than like Revivify, right? So you are no longer blinded, Morthos.
After consulting with internally for 5.9 seconds, I throw a diamond at your foot. And
you don't even have to shadow. Just pull the diamond out and like fuel the spell. You know. I want to say like as you're draining the ink from his eyes, it's like going through like your arms and into the diamond you're holding, and the diamond gets cloudy with like the blackness of the ink, and then it dissolves into like a diamondy inky pile of like slush in your hand.
Cool.
That's nasty. I like it.
It's no blood knit hat, right? It's no frozen blood hat, but
Blood hat. And then I'm gonna bonus action call lightning here. So these 2 need to make a dex save.
okay. Yeah, it hits everything around that, right? So they both need to make dex saves. 19 and 9.
19 passes. It'll take half of this, and then the 9 will take the full thing. There you go.
Nice.
So this one takes half, and the other one takes the full.
Okay.
Do me a favor, roll a percentile dice for me, Zeke.
Oh, no.
Oh, the papers.
All right.
If you destroy the book, oh man, Marius is gonna be very unhappy. Also, you could light this ship on fire.
I didn't even.
You did. What is 3d10? That's not even a percentile dice.
Well, that was the damage.
Oh yeah, okay. I saw
that
3d10. I didn't see. Okay, I was laughing because I thought you rolled 3d10.
And then he rolled. And then he rolled the exact same number with a D100.
Luckily, that's not lower. Like my threshold for like lighting that square and the stuff around it on fire was going to be a 10 or below. So
Okay. I imagine Marius
Oh.
sees the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
the wood, like the lightning
You
bolt
see a
hits the
super
ground,
fast head whip.
and like you see that at least that burned in sort of like lightning pattern along the thing, but like nothing catches. It's not, fire damage directly. So, okay, is that your turn, Zeke?
Yeah, Zeke is gonna see kind of the lightning bolt, kind of like put two and two together as he sees Marius glance over at him. Like, okay, nope, got it, no go, and gonna go back to back with Morthos.
Okay,
So I'm gonna go over Hal's token.
that's fine because Hal's technically like above you, so I'll just move Hal so you can go there.
Yeah.
So this bone devil that you've now like attacked, right? It's like now it's like defending for its life, and like there's a cutaway to like this like it's just like getting on the ship, and it's like booking its passage, and it's saying there won't be any trouble, right? And the captain's like, no, this goes smooth all the time. We'll deliver you to the city. We just got to make a couple stops on the way. It's like, okay, I'm going to start my new job in the big city. And we cut back to more like Marius in the doorway, just like hacking at it as this guy that on his way to start his new job reaches under his bed and pulls out this giant like pole arm it has, and tries to like it has a hook on the end of the pole arm, and it tries to like hook you with his pole arm, stab you. So it makes an attack against you, Marius. Oh, it's on hidden. 25.
Just hits.
Wow, that's what something finally hits you. I'm impressed. Whisper, never whisper. Okay.
Thanks, Rick.
So you take 11 piercing damage. I guess you can make a con save. I guess the only way you fail is if you roll a natural 1, right? Actually, I don't know what your con bonus is, but I figure with your aura.
That's a 12. Yep.
Yeah, so you're fine.
12.
Yeah. And then with the hook of the polearm, it stabs you, and then you're hooked, and you're now grappled by this polearm. Not restrained, just grappled, so you can't move without breaking it. And then it uses its big stinger, comes across the top of it, and it tries to hit you with the sting.
Misses.
Yeah. So the sting, it gets is not enough. Okay. Morthos. You went from being blind to unblind real fast.
Hey. So I will take my longsword against the guy in front of me.
The one that, like, this one here, the one that blinded you?
Yep.
Okay. 18 hits. That's 7 damage.
All right, take my second attack.
13 more damage.
Okay, that's it.
It's weird to hear Morthos just swinging the sword, but you've been doing it a lot in these close combat fights.
Yeah, I have.
All right, top of the round, Hal.
All right, I'm going to put a planar warrior on this guy next to me
Okay.
and pull my bow and knock an arrow that's not really existent, and then I'll teleport 10 feet away from him.
Yep. Teleport 10 feet
And
away.
I will fire at it.
Go for it.
24 for 15 piercing. Well, actually, it's a total of 17 force.
Okay. You hear like the crunching as
I'm gonna
you hit it.
I'm gonna expend the charge to do a shadow arrow, which is another 2d6.
And has to make like a save against something.
Yeah, it's, DC 17.
What kind?
DC 17. Blah blah blah. I'm reading it. There's a lot of stuff on here.
There is a lot of stuff on there.
DC of any save mentioned below is 17.
It doesn't say like con or anything like that on the bow?
No.
Let's see. Shadow arrow should be
Psychic damage. So
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. There you go.
Fails.
Okay. So it took an additional 10 force, I guess.
Okay. Or psychic, I guess. I think the shadow arrow is psychic damage.
the planar warriors, any damage just turns into force.
Okay, so yeah, so that's true. It probably would override it. It's definitely bloodied at this point. And it's blinded, right? Or it can only see 5 feet away.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to shoot it again now that it can't see me.
Yeah, you have advantage on the second strike because it can't see you. Oh, a mere 30 for 26 piercing damage? Wow.
Mere 30.
The damage is so high in that. What? Is 3d8 correct? Because it feels less than your other.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the first two because it was. That was planar warrior, and I clicked the wrong one.
Oh, I see. You did. So yeah. Okay. So it's really.
It's actually it shouldn't. It is 1d8 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2.
So that part's right. Just not the first 2d8.
So 17.
So 9 less. Yeah. So 17, which is still enough to kill it.
Nice. I'll move back over here and see what's going on.
Yep.
But
look back down.
that is my turn.
All right. At the end of the hall, Ava.
Poke her head out again and see Marius.
You see a giant Marius, winged Marius, in the hallway fighting something in this little room.
I'd be airborne. How tall are the?
It's 9 feet. It's 9 feet from floor to ceiling. So like, you're pretty much covering most of this. I mean, you're not, but like, you're filling the hallway. Yeah. You could squeeze by. That's not a problem.
She's gonna stand and she's gonna be right here, and then attack this scribe devil that's threatening Morthos.
Yep. Go ahead. You have advantage.
1 second. 27 to hit for 28.
Very good. That bloodies it.
And then retreat back here and bonus action hide.
I think as you retreat, through Marius, the Bone Devil that's fighting Marius is going to use its reaction to attack you.
Okay.
Which will probably trigger your thing. So it can't use its pole arm because it's hooked you, but it can use its stinger on Brianna, or on Ava. 17?
17 misses.
It's good. So it stabs at the ground, misses. That triggers your sentinel attack.
22 to hit.
That hits.
Does Sentinel reduce its speed to 0 for the whole round?
Uh-huh.
Kind of, but you never move when it's not your turn anyways,
Yeah. So that's 12 points of slashing and 7 radiant.
So 12 and 7?
12 and 7.
Yeah, okay.
7 radiant, 12 slashing.
Let me see. It's not... Okay, radiant is not doing extra damage. Okay, that's good.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Perfect. All right. Oh, the devils get to go. All right.
What if they chose not to?
Yeah. I think this one here that had stabbed Morthos and tried to ink and got shot in the back now by Ava. It's going to. I think it's going to probably use its attacks again on you, Morthos. So it's going to do its tail attack again. 25.
No, Morthos.
Okay, can you make another? You take 8 piercing damage, and can you make another con save?
Yep. So we gonna roll? Come on.
It's just lagging.
Take this.
Yeah, I guess so.
I know you're like, I got your blindness gone, and it goes right back the next turn. Oh. All right. Well, you made 3, but the first one was an 11. So you're.
They were lagging, so you got.
No, yeah. But it's the first one, right?
No,
Nope.
take the last one to lag.
So you're like Zeke's like, here, Marthas, I got you. Pulls all the ink out of your eyes, and this one just like injects it in again.
This fucker's kicking my ass.
Yeah. And then takes a claw attack with advantage against you.
You rolled an 11 the last time too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my rolls are shitty.
It's a 19 to hit.
I misses.
Okay, so you can somehow sense the attack coming. It doesn't hit, and then it looks around at the situation, and then it's going to spend its action to fly like up, and it's going to fly like 30 feet like up, and like kind of you see it like fly right past the front of you, Hal, as it like flies up towards like the top of the deck of the ship. This one steps up and makes an attack against Zeke with his tail. 13.
Yeah, this is
Claw is an 11. This one, like it re-engages you, Marius, and it flies like 30 feet across the room. And it, as you're hooked by this grapple, it tries to bring its tail in to blind you. So not advantage because you're not restrained. A 10. Claw attack.
Miss.
24. That's crazy. And yeah, that's their turn. Marius.
All right. How does this one look next to me?
Fine.
Not bloodied or anything.
Not bloodied, no.
I'll look back into the cabin and say, Hal, you need to get the one that flew away. We can't let any escape. And then I'm going to take 3 attacks against this one.
Okay.
It's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Do these get extra radiant damage, or do I need to separate them for you?
No, you can just let me know. I'm
All right. 8, 16 slashing and 2 radiant.
Okay. It's bloodied.
Oh, I rolled 2 dice. Sorry. That's 27 to hit.
That hits.
10 slashing and 3 radiant.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my clockwork amulet to get a 21 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
That is 11 damage and 4 radiant, and hopefully this thing's dead.
So 15 total?
Yeah.
11 and 4?
15 total.
Okay. It's still up.
Damn. All right. That's my turn.
All right, Zeke.
Okay. I'm gonna trust that Hal can hit that out of the sky any day of the week. Not entirely. Because if I use my bonus action to try to call lightning on the midair target, that just is asking for trouble. Don't really. Yeah, I think I'm just going to. Throw Whip is a ranged attack. It says melee spell attack, but I'm assuming I get disadvantage at point blank.
It says melee spell attack.
Then
So
it's not
no.
disadvantage.
Yeah, no, it's not just finished. It's like
Okay.
using a whip, right? You can whip someone right next to you, and it's fine.
Okay. So 3d6 on 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay, this one next to me specifically.
Yep. Bloody it.
And then I want to kind of just, I want to like put a hand on Morthos' shoulder and say, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you okay. It's just gonna take a little bit. And I just want to like keep my hand there so that way he has that point of contact.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that he's still blind.
Yep.
Or no, sorry, he's blind again.
Yeah, that's almost worse. Tonal whiplash.
All right. Bone Devil. So, yes, you're grappled with its pole arm. So, it's going to try to, like, since it has like a 10-foot range on it, it's going to try to back away from you, Marius, so that it can't reach you, but that would trigger an opportunity attack.
I'll take it.
Yeah. You just got your turn, so yeah, you got your reaction back.
That's a 22 to hit.
Okay, that hits. So it tries to like back away to get you at like enough reach that you can't hit it anymore, but like you stop it from moving. So go ahead and tell me the damage.
I'm gonna put through a level 3 divine smite.
Okay, so that would be 48 extra radiant.
Level 3, wouldn't that be 5d8 because he's a fiend?
Well, level 1 is 2d8. Level 3. So yeah, 5d8.
Yes, 5d8.
I was calculating the level 2 version for some reason.
All right, so that's max damage on the slashing. Well, actually, it doesn't matter, right? So I'll just add it up.
I'd personally still like to know your
I got a
radiant
bunch of
damage
ones.
for unrelated reasons.
Oh, okay. So 14. Oh my God, is there a law on this plane about how much radiant damage you can do in a round? Oh no. All right, so that's 14
You've
slashing.
broken enough rules; it doesn't matter.
14 slashing, and then radiant's gonna be. Only 14. I rolled like shit.
Okay. Okay, so 14 more.
So 28 total damage.
Yep. The main thing is though he can't get to like he was gonna like hold you with his hook and get away, so you couldn't keep hitting him. But like he's not able to back away from you, so that's unfortunate for him. So I think then he will make his attacks. He's going to make 2 claw attacks at you.
All right.
27.
That first one hits for 8.
8 slashing and a con check. I guess I should wait until you make this save.
Yeah, it's a 16.
Okay, so 8 slashing, and then the second one's a 26.
Yep. That's a 26. So
Okay.
still got it.
Okay, and then his third attack is going to be with a sting. It's a natural 1 and a natural 20. So natural 1.
Ooh, miss. Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, and that's his turn. All right, Morthos, blind Morthos.
All right. Well, Zeke with his hand on my shoulder, is he going to point somebody out to me or give me some direction?
Yeah, I could definitely kind of like. I don't think I can move, but I imagine I could probably at least point you like hand on your shoulder, like he. Okay, so
I imagine it's like like that Dark Knight when Joker throws one of his henchmen at Batman and the henchman gets punched. I imagine that's what you're doing with Morthos.
Yeah. Well, you can just kind of hold my arm and point me in the direction, right? So I take it I got disadvantage, right?
You do.
Okay, so I'll do my Eldritch Bash. Just point at the.
I'll just like kind of like
way.
Up, down, left.
Ah,
So yes,
he's right there. He's got his hand on my shoulder. You can just grab my arm and kind of direct it.
Yep. So Zeke is like guiding your arm and pointing it right at this thing's face. Awesome.
Are you going after this one here, Zeke?
Oh yeah, which one are you aiming him at? Zeke?
I was assuming the one that was engaged with us would probably be easier to hit.
Yeah, if you give him good directions, he could get on the other side and neutralize his disadvantage.
But he wants to Eldritch Blast.
Oh, all right. I'll grab my sword. That's cool.
I mean,
You
Eldritch.
still had your sword out.
Yeah, but he can channel his Eldritch Blast through the sword, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go.
What do we? It's up to you, Zeke. You point me who I'm going after.
I'll point you at this one next to me.
All right. So am I moving around you? You gonna move me around?
Yeah, I guess I'll just move you to the tile south of me.
Okay. Right here.
But I think you're trying to like you're trying to help him flank, right? I think that's the plan. Isn't that the point? Okay, so are you hitting with the sword, right?
Yep.
So you want to flank to negate your disadvantage from. Can a blind person flank someone? Did we ask the question before?
I think he can't provide
I don't
flanking
think
to
so.
somebody else because he's not threatening, but Zeke is providing the flanking. Like
Good
if
point.
Zeke will not have flanking because Morthos isn't threatening because he's blind.
If I'm helping Morthos move to the other side of this enemy anyway, it could be flavored as me like trying to restrain the devil for him.
Would
Sure.
you say, Rick?
I think it's just within, using melee attack within 5 feet. I don't think it says anything about being blind as long as you're not incapacitated.
Yeah, I know. Like Pathfinder talks about that. A creature can't flank an enemy that it can't see. Is one of the things that it says. So
I can
Morthos.
feel it. I can't see it, but I can feel it.
Because
you said it says that in Pathfinder.
No, that's what the rule for flanking says in 5e. A creature can't flank an enemy that it can't see. So since Morthos can't see, he cannot flank something.
All right, so him putting me here would probably be more realistic then, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll swing you around.
Or you
like-
can just Eldritch Blast if you'd rather do that, right? You let us know what you want to do, Morthos, and we'll see what the dice say.
I'm going to use my sword here. Well, it's too close for Eldritch Blast anyways, right? So
It is now that you moved, but if you stayed back, it wasn't.
oh, let's do that then. We'll do my Eldritch Blast. Just point my hand where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, just aim his sword, Zeke.
Aim my
Yeah,
sword
I'll
where
just
it's supposed to go, and you hear me yell, Maliki.
All right. Disadvantage.
or
Disadvantage. Yep.
no.
That's a natural one. Okay, so that's a miss.
Okay, Morthos, a little to my left.
It shoots over the top of the thing and hits like a crate on the wall that like bursts open and like papers fly everywhere.
Come on, Maliki. I got to say Maliki twice because I'm disadvantaged. Maliki. God, I held it down. I don't know why I'm not good.
All right, well, 16 does hit for 11 damage.
Good job, Zeke.
You got this. Last one. Just hit him again.
Maliki.
Maliki. Yeah, 15 more damage hits it. It's hurt, but it's still up.
I'd like to imagine this devil is just so insanely annoyed that this is kind of working.
It's not entirely wrong.
Okay. I'm blind.
All right, Hal.
Where did this thing fly away from?
It flew
Like-
up. It flew up through the hole onto the deck and then went over the edge, like it's kind of over the edge of the ship. Like it's, you look up, you don't have sight on it, but if you probably have sight on it if you got to the top deck.
He also teleported down, so I logically dictate he can teleport back up.
Yeah, of course.
I need my eyesight so I can get that thing too. Some long
Does
range.
distance strike count if you do you have to attack creatures or just different targets? Because if you
Well,
attack like a
yeah.
chair and a crate, you could get a
Well-
third attack then.
Well, he could attack this and then attack the other dude.
Well, you teleport right before the attack, right?
Yes.
Well, he's
Yeah,
still
I just
visible though
wanna-
because he's straight down in the hole.
Well, he's still on the second level. His token's on the bottom, but he's technically still standing in the middle level.
Oh, right. Sorry. I totally forgot about that.
Because I imagine I see it go up, and if it goes to the left, right, I can say, okay, I can see it if it goes south, or if it
Yeah,
goes.
he went like
I
it
just
looked
wanna
like
be
he
able
flew
to-
up and north.
Okay. So I will run over
Mhm.
and then teleport here to be able to see.
Okay,
Can I see it?
so you can teleport on the top deck. Ooh, jeez, my
No.
creep. Oh, just from the bottom deck up? No, you would not be able to see it. You're looking north in the direction you saw it fly, but it seems to have you have no actual eyesight on it where it is.
And I'll still shoot at it because it doesn't have sight on me.
Curving the arrow. Okay. Yep, go ahead. I was actually thinking about this. I was like thinking about the blindsiding thing, and like the rule that we've said, right, is like if you can't see something, you don't have disadvantage on the attack because that's what the blind fighting style was, right? But it doesn't work the other way. So you're still if something is attacking you and you can't see it, you don't see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not like a. In this case, though, yes, you would have straight roll on the attack, right? No, yeah. You can't see it; it can't see you, but you don't have disadvantage for not seeing that. So per those rules, you have advantage on the attack.
I wonder why they changed this feat.
Hey,
Fighting style.
I wonder.
Yeah, go ahead.
29
That hits for 15, right?
or 15.
Okay, still up. Somehow you know
Second
this.
attack.
Ooh, crit. Dead.
Nice.
You can feel like
All
its
right.
soul like hit you. Your arrow hits it, and as it drops dead, you can feel its soul like surge through you, and like you can feel that you've killed it.
And deposit it into the river of Styx as a, what is it? Lemur?
Yeah.
A lemur.
Yeah, I think it is. Oh no, I ran out of
Lemurs,
recording
those
space.
monkeys. I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Ava.
She is going to try maybe something yeah, she's gonna try something different.
Okay.
She's going to move into Merrick's space. I'm assuming her husband will give her a decent burst to like kind of squeeze over.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna cast inflict wounds on the Bone Devil.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, Marius can't really give you a lot of space right now because he's being held in place by this pole arm that's like pinning him. But there's still enough space that you're dexterous enough to like maneuver around. I guess you kind of pop up in the doorway and go ha ha and like inflict wounds it, right? And because even though you move down the whole hallway, it can't see you because it's only seeing through the doorway. So I will allow you to have advantage on your inflict wounds.
Ooh, fish for that
I'll fish
crit.
for crit. Eh,
Okay.
22 to hit for 11 necrotic.
Yeah, it takes the full necrotic,
Very cool.
and it is now bloodied.
Very cool. And she will once again back away.
Okay. Well, as you back away, the Scribe Devil is going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Ooh, sure.
14.
Misses.
Power of money.
Did you want to use your reaction to attack that Scribe Devil?
I already used it to attack the
Oh,
window when it tried to move
You're
away
right,
from me.
because it already moved. Tried. Yeah, you're right. Okay. And
my turn yet.
so then the Bone Devil gets a sting attack against you as well, Ava.
Alright.
It gets 2 attacks on an opportunity attack?
No, one was the Scribe Devil, one's the Bone Devil.
Oh, shit.
26 hit.
Yeah, so you take 13 piercing damage and you make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I
be
do that
blind like me.
advantage. 21.
Okay, so you don't take any of the poison damage.
26.
Neat.
Actually, you do take the
Only
poison
26.
damage. You just aren't poisoned. So that's 28 points of damage, but you're not poisoned.
Very cool. Bonus
that's how it
action, hide.
Let me just double check the stat block. Yeah, so
Oh,
the
shit.
yeah,
Jesus.
nice. So the poison, the save is just against the poison effect, not the poison damage. So yeah, okay,
And that's my turn.
all right. Scribe Devil's turn. It's so this thing here is like it's super like watching you, Marius. You've been moving like fast and all this stuff, and it's looking like it's in trouble, and it can't back away from you because it sees that you're all this. So what it does is it looks around, it reaches out, and it casts Dispel Magic on you.
Sounds about right.
These things can cast Dispel Magic 3 times a day. So your haste is 3rd level? Or does it have to make a roll?
It doesn't have to make a roll because the haste is 3rd level and Dispel Magic is 3rd level, so...
Okay. So it dispels magic on your haste, which stuns you.
Stuns me.
And then flies, 20 feet and then 10 feet, and it gets to the middle deck where it pops up right in front of Hal's face. And it's trying to fly up, and Hal... It only has enough movement to get like right even with Hal before it gets away. But that's his turn. Marius is stunned for this turn, right?
Stunned. Yep, but not stunned. So now I
Are you unstunned at the end of your turn?
I believe that's how it works. Yeah.
Probably, right? So you get your reaction back at least.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting the way the timing works, right?
Yeah, I was lucky and unlucky at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Zeke.
The devil that flew up was looking kind of bloody, right?
Oh, yes. He's looking really rough.
Okay, I'm going to just trust in Hal again and going to just Thorn Whip this devil next to me.
Yep. Make the attack.
12.
12 misses.
Damn.
I only rolled a 5 on the damage, too. Okay. I think in that case, I'm just going to position Morthos' arm again. So that way he can...
Okay. You want to use your call lightning or anything?
I'm good.
Okay. You just don't want to light the ship? Listen,
You could-
the
you
chance
could
the
do it
ship
on
lights is very low.
Isn't the one up above like not near anybody, or is he near Hal?
It's like if as Zeke looks up, it's basically eye level with Hal and like adjacent to Hal. Yeah. If you
bummer.
you could technically have it hit. You could pick any square it hits, right? So theoretically, you could pick a square that's not adjacent to Hal, but it would then hit the ship.
I don't have a problem with the top of the ship. I mean, does anybody have prestidigitation in this or thaumaturgy? Anything that we could put out fire with, or should we not even mess with that?
I think if it's looking bad and it's like right next to Hal anyway, I think it's safe to just let him.
Probably good. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
So you're just gonna like aim Morthos' hand, like
Man, hit the one next to you, man. Live dangerously.
Morthos is blind, Marius! Yelling down the hall.
all right. The Bone Devil will again try to back away from you, Marius.
I'm gonna get another attack.
Take that attack of
You're
option.
skeleton, man.
He can't get in or out. Like you've pinned him in this little room, and all he wanted to do is go to work.
That's a 17 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
Damn, good for
So
him.
for one, so he still has you in his pole arm, and he's like now he's holding you like in your hooked pole arm, 10 feet away from you. So that's his movement, and then yeah, he takes his claw has reach, so 10 foot, 2 claw attacks and a sting.
That hits. That misses.
That definitely misses.
You want me with the con save now?
Well, you don't need to make it anymore, right?
Oh, right. I'm not. Yeah, you're totally right.
So just the
hit,
5 damage.
miss.
Yep.
So 5.
Okay, that's his turn. Morthos.
Okay,
Hey, so
Morthos.
would remove curse take care of my blindness?
This probably not, since it specifically calls out greater restoration, which is a much higher level than
That's
remove
right.
curse. Yeah.
All right.
I think this is less of a curse and more of like physically you have ink floating in your eyeballs.
Okay. All right. So I'm just waiting for Zeke to tell me what I'm doing. I can't see shit, Zeke.
Yeah,
What am I doing?
he's like yelling. I want to say Zeke's yelling Maliki. No, but you can feel him guiding your arm.
Yeah, I just point your sword at the devil and say, Malachi!
So what, am I doing the same one right here?
Yeah, if you want to Eldritch Blast, I think going for that one. If you'd rather use your sword, we can move you around too. I don't want to like tell you what you're doing, you know?
Oh, you are telling me what I'm doing. I can't see shit. All right.
I should take vision away from your token.
Maliki.
I didn't change the vision on your token, but I should. That way Zeke literally has to tell you what to do.
Oh no.
14 misses.
All right. Do it again. Maliki.
A little to the south. Just a little. Okay.
13 misses.
I said south. I should have said left. That's
A
that's
2?
okay.
Maliki.
A
Maliki.
2 and then a 1.
Jesus Christ.
And then a
Can I get
3.
this one hit?
15 does hit.
You
Oh,
rolled
thir-
a 1. You rolled a 2, 1, and 3.
I know, but this battle is kicking my ass.
Well, it was with disadvantage, right? Let's be real. But 13 damage is exactly how many hit points it
awesome.
has, and you finish it off.
Oh, good job, Zeke.
Yeah,
I was
good job, Morthos.
I was hoping you were gonna finish it off, and then Zeke would point your hand up at the one above you and like fire it, but we didn't get to see that, unfortunately. All right, Hal.
We'll get you all okay here in a few minutes, Morthos. Promise.
That's right,
Right.
man. Good teamwork there, Zeke.
I'm going to put a planar warrior on it since it's right next to me,
Yes, it is.
and then I will use distance strike to go from shadow to shadow, and take a shot at it.
Okay.
Playing a warrior. Pew.
Shit. I think he blew it up.
Yeah, you send it back to the river Styx as a lemur.
52.
Yeah.
Got so much damage, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird bow.
Well, it's
We,
because.
playing a warrior is now 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. That's pretty strong. So yeah, you erase this thing. It does not get away.
Okay. Any more of those things flying around?
No, the only thing that appears, just you hear combat noises as Marius is engaged with the Bone Devil. He's
Okay.
cheating on you guys. He's engaged with the Bone Devil.
I'll slide down and then take aim and then teleport down to the bottom.
Okay. So you can teleport 10 feet, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so you teleport like down into like the open space in the middle of the room, and you have to fire at something, but there's no enemy targets. You can see like a hook around Marius and holding him there as his pole arm is just holding him in place.
Like wedging me against the wall, practically.
Yeah. Oh
okay.
yeah, that works.
All right. So teleported to here, so I got movement still. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Does the teleport have to
30?
happen right before the attack? Because you take the attack action, right? So I don't think you could like teleport and then walk. You'd have to release that attack, I think, from wherever you teleported to. Although we've already established you can curve the arrows, that stuff you can't see,
Yeah,
right?
you don't have to see
Yeah,
that guy.
you're right though. But I mean, I wouldn't imagine. It's a little different than.
Yeah, but you see Marius like pointing his sword in there, looking over at you, like kill it.
Yeah, it would definitely have some cover from this attack, but nothing. It's not a shot you can't make.
I love
Can't
how
see you.
insane the standards for like the shot Hallandar can't make have gotten.
Hey, we're leaning into this whole like craziness now, so buckle in, kids.
I'm gonna use. A piercing arrow
Okay. What does that do?
to it. So it creates
Like a straight line, right?
No, it creates. Which one creates the portal? And then the arrow disappears into it, and then 30 feet later it appears and then goes into it.
You have that? Who would give you that?
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds awesome. It might have been something I put on there.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, the third option. It's a 1 foot.
I'm going to use that.
The arrow pass through objects, ignoring cover. Yeah, so it basically just makes like a 30-foot line, 1 foot wide, 30-foot long, passes through everything. Yeah, so that would go right into that room, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, it says 30 feet, but that's fine. You can get a little closer. You could have teleported a little closer.
I would teleport it a little closer here.
Yeah, so you shoot an ethereal arrow through the middle of the room, which passes through the wall and into this Bone Devil. That's awesome.
So
it has to make a dexterity
he can't
saving throw.
see me, right?
Well, it's not an attack, right? It's just he makes a dexterity saving throw. So as the arrow takes on ethereal, when you use the option, you don't make an attack
you don't
roll.
make an attack roll. Yeah.
So he has to make a dexterity saving throw. So I'll make the dex saving throw.
This poor skeleton.
Even with disadvantage from not seeing it, he would get a 20. So I think he succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
On a failed save, the creature on a 6. Oh, it takes half as much damage. So roll the damage for the arrow like normal, plus an extra 1d6.
All right.
So 15 halved.
17.
17 half. Yeah, 17 half to 8.
Wow.
Yep.
For something you can't even see, that's not bad.
That's my go.
Okay. How many charges you got left on that bow? Jeez, who would give you so many charges?
I have 5.
No, not bad. I was asking rhetorically. I was just making fun of myself. Ava.
Alright, stepping in front here. Go into Mary's space and fire a crossbow bolt at the Bone Devil.
Okay, go ahead.
At advantage.
Yes.
27 for 19.
Okay. That definitely hits.
And then backing away again.
Okay. That he does have 10-foot range on his sting attack, so he will take it.
Misses.
15. Okay. You're too quick for him.
And hide.
These guys are all dead. Marius.
Marius drops his sword to the ground
Okay.
and takes out the wand of magic missiles
Ooh. Nice.
and releases 5 charges.
Wow. Okay, so what is that? Are you gonna roll 1 dice, or are you gonna roll like all the d4s? So 1d4,
I
3
need
for
to make
level
that
1.
decision.
It's 5 charges, so it's 5th level.
Yeah.
So that would be 7 d4 total, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know, like Magic Missile says, roll 1d4 plus 1, and all the darts deal that much damage, but something feels right about rolling all the d4s. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Should I get more d4s? I don't want to take up everybody's time, but
Well, yeah, you're not doing digital dice, so maybe you just...
all right, I'll roll the rest. It's 6 more, right?
Yes, 7 total.
So that's 13.
Plus-
15 points of force damage.
Did you add the plus 1 for each dice, too?
Oh, no,
So
I didn't.
20, right?
20.
Okay,
20 points of force damage.
very cool. Still up, standing,
And
but
then
like
there's just-
he drops to one knee and he's panting heavily.
That's my turn.
All right, Zeke.
I think I'm just going to stay with Morthos, make sure that he's okay, and that nothing is going to jump out. I'm going to kind of yell over there to Marius, though. Do we want to ask him about the book, or do we want to just like kill him and find it?
This is clearly a passenger. If we were going to talk, the scribes would have been it.
Listen, you don't know anything about this guy's cutaway stories.
Hey, no, Marius was watching, all right?
It seems like he might have a career in Broadway. We should really be careful. Watch his hips. Watch his hip bones. Okay, I'm just gonna stay with.
He should have said I didn't see anything. Just let me live, and this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, my turn's done. I'm not doing anything.
Not doing anything. All right.
Damn, man, you could have walked over here and shot him with some type of magic spell or a thorn whip or something. But okay.
Well, but then I'd be leaving Morthos alone.
Oh, I'd be following
To
you.
get attacked by what?
Do you want to lead? Do you want to lead Morthos over
Yeah,
there?
my turn is right after him, so I mean, why not? If he walks, I'm kind of following, right?
Yeah. Well, what do you want Morthos? What do you want to do with Morthos?
I just want to stay next to Morthos. So
Okay.
if there's anywhere you want to go, Mike, I'll just go with you, and we'll say that it just took a little longer to walk there because you can't see. That sounds good. If that's cool.
Yeah. So in Infernal, as the thing's like attacking at you, Marius is like, I don't know why we're fighting, and so sting attack. Come on, roll 20.
Miss.
Don't know why we're fighting.
Miss. Hit.
Okay, so 7 slashing. Morthos.
All right, Zeke, you want to walk me over there? Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, Marius is kind of pinned up against a wall, and there's a devil in a small room, so easy target. He can't go anywhere. This feels wrong. Yeah, if you want to go over there, I
Walk
can.
down to the door.
Yeah.
Point my finger.
Okay. Okay.
Point my sword, I should say.
Gonna be. I can't even see this thing. I'm just gonna point a sword over into
It's
the
a
room.
giant
No,
devil
get
in
on
a
the other
tiny
side of
room. There's not much.
No, get on the other side of me, Zeke.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Marius
No, right here.
You
Oh,
give
yeah.
Here.
There you go. That's the other side.
Husband, guide me.
Jeez, I didn't
Guide
say
my
jump
shaft.
off Marius.
I'm pinned up against the wall.
Zeke
So.
was trying
Oh,
to
you're
fight it.
against the wall.
All right. Maliki Maliki.
Disadvantage.
Just taking more damage with every turn, but have fun.
5 damage.
Natural one.
Another natural one. Okay,
7.
that's a miss.
Maliki Maliki.
It somehow you like hit the
Yeah,
deck of the ship. Another.
Another natural
Okay.
one.
Right.
In a world where we can't
Come
have
on,
a long
Maliki.
rest, Zeke, every damage is bad.
Porthos, no, inside the room. A little more to your foot.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Oh
got
wait,
me.
you rolled 4 times.
It was an 18. It was an 18.
You did hit. Okay, you did hit.
Oh,
So blasting
3 out of 4
wildly,
natural ones is pretty great though.
and your Eldritch Blast somehow cracks it right in the middle of its face, and it like its head lulls back, and the whole thing collapses, and he's dead.
Good job, Zeke.
And
Marius is just having bolts of energy fly by his face.
there's a
He's just like,
clank.
no, no.
I fucking have no idea what's going on. I just know I'm yelling Maliki and fucking firing.
You have no idea. So the
Nobody's
the
gonna
clank.
tell me, hey, you got him. I know Zeke's happy, so I think something's going good.
The polearm clanks to the deck like as it hits the ship, right? And like you guys are out of combat, and everyone takes a minute to like catch their breath. And then there's like a kind of like a thud noise as you feel like something like your ship is like collided with like a large iceberg like outside, and it almost like rocks, and everyone like kind of like loses their footing steady. And instead of being like a free float, it feels like you guys have like kind of crashed into some sort of like shoreline, and the ship feels for now not like sinking, but it's not moving anymore. And I think as we do that, we take a moment. We're going to our break because it's 8:08.
Yeah.
So
what a way to go into break, too. All these natural ones.
Well, I was laughing at those 3 in a row, but then it wasn't. You just teased me with that other natural one.
3 out of 4 though. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Yeah. Well, you're blinded, so it makes sense. So we're gonna go to our break. That's going to be a quick, like a 15-minute break. So it's 8:10. Let's come back at 8:25, and we'll finish out the rest of the episode. So, guys, stretch your legs, get some water, grab something to eat. Audience, we'll be right back with Beyond Avernus. Don't go anywhere. See you soon.
See you soon, huh?
Welcome back to Beyond Avernus with the Alleged Five. We've now successfully executed all witnesses. Congratulations, Alleged Five. Shades of, like, killing silver dragon babies and mamas. Except for, these are obviously devils and a little less.
Except, yeah, we're fiends in hell, and there's dead corpses of humans and skulls stacked in that room next to torture chambers.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that, like, since you've been here, like, not a single fiend has been aggressive against you. Like, the only dicks in this whole lair have been you guys.
We're used to the layer above.
It's like, they look down on you and they don't, like, treat you as equals, but, like, nobody's been openly hostile, including this bone devil that just wanted to go to work, and you guys, like, murdered this poor dude.
He had a job at a sandwich shop, and we killed him.
Yeah, he was working.
Yeah, he was going to work at Jersey Mike's.
Instead of Jersey Mike's, it was the Jersey Devils.
Oh, there you go.
Jersey
I was
Devils.
trying to come up with a clever twist on Jersey Mike's, but you got it. Jersey Devils, yeah.
Yeah, but Marius doesn't know that. Marius went down, looked in all the rooms,
Saw
and
slave pens.
saw slave pens and a torture chamber and skulls and
And
skeletons piled up, and came back and asked them about it, and then they threw down. So there we go.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, like, humans are fair game. The devils are allowed to do whatever they want against humans and non-devils. It's just the law here is devils cannot act aggressive against devils directly. So,
Yeah, because when they come to the material plane, they definitely follow the laws there, right? So we should definitely follow theirs.
I'm just saying, like, you're gonna, like, you're gonna get some heads turning here, right? Like, oh, the Legend 5, they're so mean. Like, there's gonna be like someone's gonna sue you, right? they're going to go to court and submit a claim against the alleged 5 for like assault and battery.
I don't want a court episode by like
Election fraud.
I don't want a speed ticket court episode.
Right now,
who's gonna press charges? There's no survivors.
Not true.
The state?
Now you wouldn't know this like as characters, but there is a stipulation with Hal's bow that Hal. I don't know how much Hal's even aware of it, but like as players, he knows, right? Which is anyone that Hal kills reforms as a Lemure on the River Styx. It's like a Hellfire
Yeah, but
weapon.
where? Like up on Avernus, right?
Yeah. So I imagine
So
they're
they've
crawling
gotta
out of the
make
River
their way-
Styx where Belle is waiting, and they're
Yeah.
like, these goddamn alleged 5 are killing me. He's like, now,
And Belle's
relax. Come and join my army. We're going to get our revenge. So everyone that you guys kill is being ushered into a little assault group.
No, everyone that
I
Hal
thought the
kills.
devils like permanently die if they're in hell.
They would, if not for Hal's bow that reforms them.
Yeah.
Anyone that
Hellfire weapons do
anyone
that.
that like Marius kills or Ava killed or Morthos, this Bone Devil, he's not reforming because he was killed by Eldritch Blast, so he's gone. This poor
I
guy.
have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, like you don't know that.
Hal knows nothing.
You guys don't know that that's happening as characters because no one has identify. But this poor.
There's a big whiteboard in Steve's room where he's at, and every single time Hal kills somebody, he just puts another check mark, and
Listen,
that's the
that's
army that we're gonna
ridiculous.
fight at the end of this session.
That's ridiculous. I have a Word doc. Spreadsheet. But like this Bone Devil, he had a name, guys. I named him, and he died. I didn't expect you to go like just opening every door on the ship with your haste. Mary's like, open. But it's okay. It was funny. So rest in peace, Kolzu, the Bone Devil. Yeah, so now everything in the ship is completely destroyed. You guys are the last things alive on this ship. And there's plenty of rooms to toss, plenty of searching to do. So how are you guys splitting up your sort of duties?
Marius is gonna fly around Morthos, look at him, see that his eyes are black, look at Zeke, and say, "All right, well, fix him. This doesn't look like poison. Looks like there's actually ink in there or something. That's no poison I've seen before. I can't cure it with my abilities."
I'm
I don't-
curious.
I did want to give a shout out to Kobold Press and these like devils with the blinding ink stuff, these scribe devils, and some of the imps we fought before. They're from the Tome of Beasts too, I think.
Nice.
So I wanted to get a new smattering of cool like devils and stuff. So that's why they got these weird, cool sort of abilities in them. So I thought they
They're
were
very
fun.
cool devils, but screw you, Cobalt Press. You're making my friend blind.
Twice.
Did you back the Tome of Beast 2?
No, I just bought it on Roll20,
Gotcha.
so I could get all the tokens as drag drop.
Very cool. Yeah, I want to get that book.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do a quick roll call. Does anyone have anything we could use to operate?
Yeah, but do you have any magic that will cure him?
I do, and that I could do that again.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be.
What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean again?
Oh yeah.
Why are you using that tone?
I'm not using a tone, Ava. He got blinded earlier, and then I cured him, and I turned around, and he got blinded again. Morthos, we got to work on your
Well-
dodging later. Next time we get in a Tourette's.
Well, I mean, it was like a low level spell, right? You didn't like lose anything big by doing it.
So you know those diamonds? I have the big one still.
Oh, right. The diamonds that we're using to revive each other in case we die.
Yeah, the diamonds that we're using to revive each other in case we die or need to keep them from being permanently blind. Which is, back around to the original question. Does anyone have any operating tools that I could use for this patient?
So rather than use a 5 gold healer's kit, which Marius takes out of his bag and holds in front of him, you used a 300 gold diamond to heal someone who could easily get blinded again?
Marius, there are two good reasons for that. Or there are two reasons for that. One, we were in the depth of combat, and I didn't have the time to perform, the slow and steady kind of procedure to help him out. Two, I forgot to get a healer's kit. I just got this nice
Which
seed catalog, and I pull out an herbalism kit.
which spell did you use?
Greater restoration.
So you used... Okay. All right. You didn't buy any diamond dust in Candlekeep while we were there.
See, reason number 2.
Okay. All right. Here's my healer's kit. Yeah, I thought... yeah. Well, here's my healer's kit. So I'll remove it from my inventory and you can add it to yours. It's got, 10 charges, I think? Or however that
I
works.
don't actually know. 10 uses. You can expend use of the kit to stabilize a creature with 0 HP.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want my seeds, or do you want me to just shut up and help Morthos?
I in the future, please don't use diamonds for reviving people, for other spells. Yeah, because was it from the tale of the scribes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm sure you're going to make yourself feel bad because of that, so I won't say anything else. Just, I don't know. Next time, wait, and we'll, if it's a thing that someone can get hit with again, let's wait till the end of combat, because aside from all of the bolts that went by my head, and I pat Morthos on the shoulder, yeah, you almost hit me a couple times there, bud. He was still hitting stuff, so it wasn't that super important thing to do in the middle of combat.
Yep, I panicked, but I'll start working on it now.
I hear you. You as we're talking, you're taking the needle out, and I just give you a look, and I say, please don't hurt him.
Ava, can you help me out with this?
I was about to say,
Big
Ava,
old crab claws trying to poke my
Yeah.
Oh god.
she doesn't have she's not proficient in medicine, but she can help with guidance.
Okay, so that's DC 14. I have a plus 10. And the
Plus
guidance
D4.
is D4.
So there's no way to fail so bad that you hurt
No,
him.
don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, that's not... Yeah, no, even with a natural
Yeah.
1, right?
Yeah, so don't say that.
No, even with a natural
You
1,
know-
it wouldn't be a failure on a skill check, right?
Oh yeah, there are no critical failures on skill checks, indeed.
Yeah.
But with a
Only
natural 1, I could still roll a 1 or a 2 on the guidance. And then
Is-
he would lose eyes.
Well, yeah, because it's only if you are 5 below the DC, which I don't think it's possible for you to be that low.
Oh, okay then.
If this, so just to reiterate, if this check fails by 5 or more, the attempt to drain the ink instead removes the blinded creature's eyes, and he would take 21.
66. No, 66.
66 piercing damage, and he'd have no eyes. So he'd be
The
permanently
minimum I
blinded
get-
until you can recover
The
those.
physical minimum is a 12. So, okay. I'm gonna be slow and steady.
Yeah.
Let me roll medicine. And then I'll add the D4.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you have no problem. It takes a few moments, but you take your time, and you're very easily able to just literally drip, you do a little incision, and the ink just runs down his cheeks. So he's got the stained ink cheeks now. But Morthos, you can see again.
Sweet.
Morthos, how many fingers am I holding up?
2 claws.
One in the middle.
You do have emo black makeup on though, so that's very nice.
Yeah, it fits my style now.
Yeah, just to call out what I had written in chat. in all the rooms as you go around and start pilfering all the rooms, there's like 149 in gold and different coinage, but 149 gold you can just mark down. No soul coins because you guys got unlucky, but the Bone Devil had 200 gold and 4 soul coins in his chest in his room.
I'll gather up all my gold and walk over to Ava and hand it to you and say, "Here you go."
Oh, thank you.
I'm not sure if that was a bag of holding or hold things.
All right, so Ava's got the 4 soul coins.
Well,
I mean, that
I
would
don't think-
definitely weigh Ava's
Yeah.
soul down as soon as you hand her full soul coins.
Yeah, how many soul coins does everybody have?
I believe I have.
You have at least one.
I
I
had
have 2.
one. So
We had 7 between
Al
us.
had 3, one. Marius had 1, and Zeke had 2. Soul has none, and Ava had none. Well, I can
I'll-
definitely hold more without being weighed down.
Yeah,
so.
I can take 2 more.
I can hold a total of 3 if that helps.
Same.
Okay, so Ava, we'll leave Ava with 3 and give one of
Nah.
those.
You could willingly become evil and then hold as many as you want.
Marius, you have 2. Ava
Alright,
has
should I-
3. Hal has
Am I
3.
taking? So I'm taking one
Yep.
more.
I still have 1. Zeke has 2, and Soul has none in his bag at this point.
Okay.
So we have 11 soul coins
Alright.
total.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a lot. And
And,
we still have more that guy owes us if he can't get us the meeting.
Yeah, poking through like this room, how like as they're doing all the surgery and stuff, and I'm guessing you're just going around and pilfering everything, but like most of the crates and stuff and the barrels and everything in this like lower hold and even on the deck above, they all seem to be like numbered and labeled, so like there's different random sort of like markings. Like one thing will be like, you know, TZ48396. And something else might be like BD 42315, and like there's some sort of like system here that is kind of like lost up on you, but it feels like every single like crate, filing cabinet, shelf, everything on this ship is packed to the brim with just like papers and information.
The 3 of us surround Zeke, and Marius says, "Do you have any more healing from your staff?"
Yeah.
Oh, I have a scroll that I never used.
What kind of scroll?
Mass healing word.
That feels like an emergency type of scroll. I don't know,
also have
but
prayer of healing.
oh, that's true. Yeah, we can try taking a short rest down here. I feel like we need to get Morthos up though.
Yeah, pretty bloody.
Morthos, don't take this the wrong way, but between you and I, if I go up on deck and someone comes by, there's going to be questions. Whereas if you're up there, especially with your devil sight, you should be able to see anybody before they get close to us. And then you can just yell down the hole here to us while we're searching. Give us a heads up if someone's coming.
No,
It's more
fair
those
enough.
look.
How does he look?
Yeah, like, is he really roughed up?
I'm bloodied.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
gonna
gonna
wa-
to different
I got-
cure room staff.
I'm just looking at you guys like, man, I got my ass kicked in that fight.
Yeah, that was rough.
It's okay. You can see now, and you're getting healed up. It's gonna be okay.
I
I
may
do
have
like the
made.
black. I like the black dripping down my face. Though. It looked tough.
I probably made a strategic error by keeping the Bone Devil in the room. He just seemed like the biggest threat.
So that's
It-
11,
We don't know.
11 for me, 11 cure wounds,
Okay.
11
Nice.
points of cure wound
33
healing.
total. Okay.
What's
And then 22 from
Yeah.
Zeke. All right, where are you at, Mike? After that,
11 from
that'll
Hal.
be
22 from
33.
Z.
Yeah, 33 total.
92 out of 122. So 30,
Yeah,
30
still a
down.
little down.
all right? I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him again with a 3rd level cure wounds for
Ooh.
13.
Wow. Okay. And then you've got some potions, right? So maybe if you want to drink a potion
Yep,
or
I can do
two,
that. Maybe if I can.
because
talk
those
myself up.
that's just gold. I'm gonna take 2 potions.
Forgot we
as
had those
well.
ointments.
You guys do have a bunch of those ointments.
Oh yeah, that's what we should be
Right.
using. Is those
Yeah.
ointments?
I forget how they work even.
2d8 plus 2. Ceases to be poisoned and is cured of any disease. So they're just really, really good potions. You can swallow or apply them to the skin.
Wipe him on his eyeballs.
Oh.
All right.
You said
I'm
2d8?
gonna use 2d8 plus 2 for each use. I'm gonna
And
use one
different
on myself.
people. Some of yours had different amounts of charges too. I remember we rolled
Yep.
for the charges they had, so you got to keep track of how many charges
Oh,
your ointments
I
had.
rolled 2 7s. Very nice.
Okay.
Are you guys just like in the bottom of the ship lathering each other up with ointment?
We're having a nice
Yeah.
little like.
Well, I'm lathering myself up. Calm down.
You're like,
I'm doing it next to my husbands and wife, so it's not weird.
Hal, close your eyes so it's not weird.
We know we're looking for a book, right?
Yeah, so what you're looking for would apparently be in this room somewhere. So once you guys are all good and oiled up, if you want to take some time, everyone can give me an investigation check as you search this ship for it.
I'm adding guidance to my roll.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna walk up. So I'm up on the top of the ship.
Yeah, I'll move you up there, Martha.
You might want to take one. Yeah, there you go.
Would this be something that Gearmy would be able to help me out with? The clockwork crab?
I
Just like
do not
finding a
think
book?
it's smart enough to like do that, right? Is it have intelligence or is it just like a wind up toy?
It is a wind-up toy.
So no, I don't think so.
Would this be
sorry.
something a regular crab would be able to help me out with?
Probably.
Okay,
I am fine
I'll
with
get
that. Let's
2
lean
bag
into
of
that
tricks,
ridiculousness.
bag of tricks animals, and we'll see what they are. Random side.
Yeah, so-
of course
so-
it is.
They're down looking, right?
What is
Morth.
this?
Yeah, what is that? Is that like?
What?
Did we? I think we changed that token to be that for.
That looks like a rabbit. It looks like a rabbit with boxing gloves.
That looks
second
like a
one.
demon.
It looks terrifying.
A rabbit with
Oh,
Mhm.
gloves.
oh, that looks like a dire bear or something. The buff as hell.
What on earth?
that is the token we decided to use for Bramber because it was funny.
Nice.
Okay, so I guess it's large too. Yeah, I will get Niles and Jeremy here and give them their instructions that they're to look for a book specifically.
Yeah. So up
I'm
here,
sure the large bear will definitely not mess up any of these cabinets or papers.
Well, if he does, he can go back in the bag, Marius.
so why don't you?
It's predicated upon my will.
We will flavor your animals helping you as you taking advantage on the roll.
Okay.
And Morthos, as you kind of go up on top of the deck, and they're spending some time down below searching. The ground, the area around you looks pretty like secluded. There are definitely like the shifting ice flows. The ship is kind of like grounded itself on like one of these things, so it's just kind of like resting against like this floating giant kind of iceberg. And it's just kind of like the friction's keeping you there. Oh my God, Zeke, you suck.
I'm gonna call Saul
That's
down.
because you used a bear to help.
I'm gonna call
How far
Saul
away
down.
from how far away from shore?
You're on. I mean, that's a relative term because the shore is constantly shifting and moving. But like, your ship is touching a shore right now.
It is. So that iceberg type thing is part of the shore. Okay.
Yeah, as much as a shore as there could be in this place, because the entire plane is ocean and shifting ice
Right.
flows.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You're on lookout as far as you can see within 120 feet around you. It's completely empty and no one's seems to be coming.
All right. So I yell back down to everybody. So far, everything's all clear
Yeah, and Saul can
Thank
come
you.
there
for
too.
now.
Yeah, so I want Saul to be in between like the top deck and then the middle deck, so he's out of view and he's just gonna be hovering in that open area, so that way if anyone comes by, they don't see a Pegasus flying in the air.
Makes sense. Like a flying Pegasus beacon like over the ship. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you guys spend like an hour like pouring through this ship, and the only thing interesting that you managed to find is actually found by Ava, which is a box that's marked TX49139 It sounds like it could possibly be what you guys are looking for, but it's not a book, but it's like an essay that's written in Infernal. And I don't know if I was like, essays, and like throws it away, but the essay talks about a book of powerful ice magic. One that could even be used to destroy a glacier. It dates back to the Netherese Empire and could be a promising book of knowledge to find. And the essay talks about that right now, Levistus has his cultists working to recover it from the Icewind Dale region of the Forgotten Realms, but as of yet, it has not been located.
So, with that information, would that give me enough familiarity to cast Locate Object?
You can cast Locate Object.
We're looking for?
Yeah. I think that's
Why
reasonable.
don't do that?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Ava hands it over to someone who actually speaks Infernal.
And I'll start reading it.
Marius notices something was found and is going to start checking the bodies to see if there's anything worth looting from the bodies. Because we checked the rooms, but I don't think we looted the bodies.
Right. Yeah. Most of the treasure is just left in the rooms and the footlockers and stuff like that. There's that cool pole arm you could take, the Bone Devil's hooked pole arm, if you want to start fighting with one of those. Okay.
I'll get it and attach it to Sol's saddle the same way I did that lance that we had for a while.
Yeah.
And what would I add to my character sheet for that?
Just write a pole arm, and
okay.
Yeah, we'll just treat it like it's a pole arm. You don't have the feat or the training to use it like the Bone Devil did, but
right.
So you cast Locate Object as everyone's like looking for a long time, and you're like, you know what? Let's just do this the level 15 D&D character way. So you cast Locate Object, and you're drawn to a small ornate carved chest that is actually at the bottom. There's this pile of like boring looking crates, and you get a ping like it's at the bottom of that pile. So you shift through the pile, and there's this chest labeled with the BD8654T.
I think we have something here.
It is locked as you feel it. But around that time, as Marius is like going through the bodies, looking for something valuable, you do find a key hidden on one of the scribe devils. Ooh. Not one of the ones that flew away, but one of the ones that was like left like down here. All
right, so I'll hand that over and say we might want to check it for traps first, but this is definitely the key that does that. And then after I hand that off, I'll fly up with the polearm. I'm trying to add polearm to my character sheet, and it won't let me.
Really?
Yeah, I search for polearm and nothing comes up.
Huh. That's weird.
Is it pole axe, or is it specifically named like?
What's the normal like? Isn't polearm just normal equipment?
Or
is polearm not equipment?
The halberd comes up.
Glaive.
Yeah, glaive and halberd come up, but not polearm.
I guess mark it as a glaive. And you can rename it to be a halberd or something.
Thank you.
Let me just see, because like it's interesting because it's yeah, it does it's like a D12 style weapon, so that would be what, like a glaive?
I think so.
Glaive is a D10.
Halberd should be D12, right?
So mark it as a halberd then, because
yeah, halberd is also a D10.
Why don't you just make a custom item called polearm that does a D12?
I'll do it. Thank you.
Yeah, interesting. I just thought it was standard equipment. Oh. Okay. So yeah. So using the key like handover. Do you want Ava to check it for traps? Or is that a Morthos thing? Do you want to take it up to the deck and be like, Morthos, we found this chest, and then go back down deck?
I'm blind again.
Oh no!
I mean, I can look for traps, like last time.
You want to? Yeah, go ahead. Give me if you want to. Knowing that you failed last time, you can give me an investigation check.
Oh, I feel like multiple people should do this.
I didn't fail.
Yeah.
I'll
allow up to 2 people or one person with advantage to take this check.
I'm getting far enough away so people can still be in my aura, but not within any type of blast radius.
Oh, I'm getting far away.
Nice, 20.
Like I'm gonna be like right there.
That would work. 20.
Anyone else going to give it a try too? Is it Ava versus Hal?
Ava wants no part of this.
Got it. Okay. Well, with the 20 Hal, you give it a good once over, and it does not appear to be trapped whatsoever. It's just locked.
Okay. I'll open it up. What's
Yeah,
the key?
The key that was tucked away, hidden in one of the scribe doubles, pops open the chest, and it opens, not trapped at all. Inside looks to be a very old, like frail-looking scroll. Not a book. But this seems
I want
to be...
to check for false bottom.
Sure. Give me another investigation check. It like you're looking for a false bottom, some sort of book, some sort of compartment that might hold a book, but no, there's no false bottom on this chest. Your locate object seems to have pinged you. You're feeling the locate object ping from in the middle of this box, which appears to be just like a single page, like a scroll.
Maybe we take the whole thing. This doesn't look like a book. Maybe it's supposed to be this scroll here. I'm not sure. Maybe we just take the whole thing.
Should someone read the scroll, see if it's it?
What if it's a spell? I mean,
Well, you can choose to you can read a scroll without casting it as a spell.
I look to Marius and I'm like, really?
Don't you have to read it out loud? Isn't there like the whole shtick? Otherwise, no one how would you ever know what kind of scroll you have?
Zeke is going
Identify it or make it?
to take a scroll of tongues out and just look at it and read it silently to himself and see if that casts it.
Do you have a scroll of tongues?
I do. I think
my
it's
God.
from when we were level 6 and we were fighting some minotaurs or something.
Yeah, the one that was on the guard. So you found those scrolls with
Remove
older
curse.
Raven Guard, right? Interesting. Yeah, you read over the scroll and you can look at the words and kind of mouth them without triggering the spell.
Gonna put it back in my pocket and say, "No, Marius is right, Hal. You have to say it out loud with the intent to cast it. So I think we're safe."
All right. Well, I guess this is what we want.
Yeah.
How do we get back?
How do we get back?
Yeah.
Same way we came back, or we got here.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are ready to go back, we can just crossfade to you
All right.
guys going back.
Marius shakes his head and says, "We need to open the rest of these. Open as much as we can, so that way people don't know what we were actually looking for."
Yeah, good call. Maybe close and lock that chest too.
Yeah. Well,
We can also just burn the ship down.
I'm trying to think, is there a downside to that?
well, we might not want to destroy some of this paperwork. What if the the trip copy of our contract to be on this plane is here, and then ours becomes invalid or some bullshit like that?
I love where your head is at.
That's a good point. Maybe we just Niles just start opening crates and barrels. There, he makes roar noises.
Just throwing them over, yeah. I mean, paperwork flies everywhere as he starts tossing the place. Most of the paperwork is inane stuff like manifest, soldier rotations, head counts of military bases, inventory, supply checklists, logs of the weather on a daily basis going back 50 years,
So
et cetera, et cetera. Just
so Marius
inane sort of
Marius
stuff.
grabs some random scrolls, puts them in the chest, and then looks at Hal and says, "We would just lock it and put it back." I mean, your locate object said it was this scroll, right? So I think we don't need the chest. If you're unsure, we can take it with us, but it'll be easier to shift blame away from this being the reason why we did it. If we put another scroll in there and then lock it and put it back, and then there's all these other papers laying about over here.
Okay.
It just makes this one seem less important.
And I'll lock it up once it puts it in.
Yep.
Put it back.
Yeah, and as you do that and put it away, your locate object still pings on like the scroll that you have, not the chest itself. So
We should also probably take some other paperwork just to make it look like it wasn't completely targeted.
That's a good point, Hal. We might want to see if that key opens any other boxes and see if there's anything else we're taking.
Any other?
There are a couple. There are
crates?
like most of these are not locked, but there are a handful of locked ones. So you try the key a couple of times, and then you find one. You find one that the key can unlock, and like you pop it open, and you're expecting to find some kind of like juicy tidbit, and it's just like payroll logs.
HR records.
The last like 3 months worth of like payroll. And so it seems there's very little rhyme or reason to your guys' understanding about what's locked and what's not here.
I'd like to take specifically the last 3 months of payroll logs just to be a dick.
Yeah, well, it's in a very like secured, locked chest that Hal just unlocked. So if you want to take that, you absolutely could.
I really hope it's the payroll logs for those imps that we screwed over at the visitor center. Just that you don't get paid for their. Oh my God.
There is one more chest I think that you would probably like catch with the lock, right, Hal? And as you like open it, it's something that's not actually inane and boring. It actually probably, well, I don't know. It's Hal, but there is a picture on the like as you open it, the top layer. It's like written in Inferno, which you read, and it's something. It seems to be like a collection of papers on something that's called the Desert Rose, which does seem to ring a bell with you.
I'll pocket it.
Yeah, I mean it's like a stack of papers, but yeah, you could take it for later. That's fine.
He turns around after like doing that, and because he didn't try and slide a hand, be stealthy about it, he just turns around, and Marius and Abba and Zeke just are all looking at him with an eyebrow raised, like, that was trying to be sneaky. What's that?
Oh, I thought we were just trying to like make it look like we took stuff. So, I mean, the easiest way to take stuff is to look like we take stuff is to take it stuff.
He's got a point, Marius.
Do I believe him?
Let's
My urge to say insight check is so I've got to fight that every time.
Yeah, do you want to do a roll off, Hal?
Or no, because I'm not telling a lie. Nor am I trying to hide anything.
I'm looking at his face, trying to decide if it meant something more to him than him just taking something. Because the rest of us aren't actually grabbing anything, aside from putting that scroll in a chest. The rest of us are just like taking things out and making a mess. The bear is just acting like a bull in a china shop and knocking stuff over, and there's papers everywhere. None of us have actually really pocketed anything. So this is the first time one of us has done that. So I'm trying to see if that meant something more to Hal, because he doesn't usually pick up stuff. I mean, he found a bunch of gold and brought it to Ava. You know, he's not the guy who pockets stuff. So far, anyway.
Minus the other gold that I pocketed.
Yeah, but Marius doesn't know that.
I think you get to choose, Jordan, if you believe or what you want your character to think in this situation then.
Okay. Duly noted.
One other thing I forgot to call out, which I'm now remembering, on the Bone Devil's body itself, Marius, you would have found like kind of like around his neck, kind of like fallen in like underneath his like little bone place. There is a small like chain with a shard of like ice around it.
Yep. I'm gonna grab that for sure. Who would benefit most from this? I need to decide as team leader.
It does look similar to the ones you saw in the gift shop.
Yeah. Oh, Marius knows exactly what this is the moment he sees it, because
Yeah, you probably
ever since we didn't buy it, and then we heard about it from the guy at the bar and talking about like, oh no, that's the only way you can get a long rest around here. Like he would have seen it and immediately been like, oh shit.
Probably a spellcaster.
Right.
Thought we weren't grabbing anything else.
Marius is gonna look over at Zeke and say, how do you feel about getting a good rest tonight?
I'm gonna just turn to you with a rampaging bear in the background. So that sounds fantastic.
There is a stipulation to this. You have to promise to use your spell slots that you're going to get back. And this is super weird for Marius to say this, but he does. To, top us off, get us up to fighting position, because the rest of us aren't going to be able to get a rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what I have. Also, if you're taking specifically the necklace off of that bone devil, we should probably toss it in the ocean. That way they know that we... Otherwise, they would know that it's a non-evil creature that committed this.
Toss the necklace in the ocean?
No, toss the bone devil in the ocean.
Oh, that's a good point. Did we find like the manifest for the ship in all of this investigating that showed like what was on the ship and
Yes.
and who the passengers were? Because we should definitely take that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
they got that
was
earlier.
last week.
Okay, cool. So yes, let's do that. Let's throw the body into the drink, and then I'm giving the necklace to Zeke with him getting so that way he can get his spell slots back tonight and hopefully top us off before we go to bed. And yeah, it is attunement though, isn't it, Steve?
Well, I put an item on your character sheet now, Zeke, called Ice Shard Pendant. It is attunement, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me refresh my D&D Beyond. So yeah, I will. In that case,
Okay. Yeah, maybe attune to it before you go to bed, because yeah, it's like a short rest to attune to something, right? An hour or something.
I sure pendant there.
Yeah, I think it's like an hour.
Oh my lord. Okay. In that case, I will.
Well, what I was saying is you probably don't want to unattune to something else right now, because you might not need that ice shard and what it does until we go to bed tonight. So maybe attune to it later.
The only thing I have attuned is the staff that Asmodeus gave me.
Oh, you only have that as your... Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I have nothing else attuned, which this works out great. I guess I'll attune to that, just kind of like... It takes like an hour, so I guess just as we leave.
Okay.
I will
And
mask
then
your
I
wounds
would
as well.
love...
To hit,
Oh, very nice.
Actually, all four is.
I can do a
Yep.
prayer of healing too, if that is necessary. It's also lower level.
Very nice.
I'm gonna get this back though.
That's
How much do you get back on short rest?
None, because I'm a cleric.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's really weird because I'm trying to add that pipe you found to your character sheet, but it's not letting me. It's not coming up in the search.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
that
forgot
weird?
about that pipe.
Wonder why. I can see it on D&D Beyond, but when I try to add it to the character sheet, it's not an option.
You know, D&D Beyond's weird with items sometimes.
I guess.
420? What?
It's the pipe. You gotta smell good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Blaze it up.
Um,
All right.
here's the link
So, yeah,
to the item though. It's also attunement.
So I imagine that we together take the bone devil up and throw it off the side of the ship, and then do the healing up there with Morthos, so that way he can benefit
Yeah.
from it. And then we get the hell out of here. How did we get here in the first place?
I think we just walked.
Jumped off a bridge.
We did jump off the bridge. That's right.
But how did we get to the bridge? So when
there's a
I click on
montage
the
of you
link
guys
to
walking.
that item, when I click on the link to that item, it takes me to buy something on D&D Beyond.
I can see it, but I was subbed to D&D Beyond for like a month because it was like $1, and this comes up frequently. Where I'm assuming you've never been like whatever subscription member of D&D Beyond, right, Jordan?
Oh, I have.
You have this. Why can I see this?
Well, this item is from an adventure, which is Lost Laboratory of Qualish.
I don't know anything on D&D Beyond though.
Have it.
Someone must be sharing it with you in another campaign or something. How many
Okay.
how many characters do you have D&D Beyond campaigns where the content's being shared with you?
I think it's just. Let me double check, but I think it's just this one.
I don't know. Then that's weird.
Oh, I have another one that we haven't played in forever. That's homebrew. I don't know if he actually. I'll check that out later.
But yeah, Rick dropped it in our chat so you can see it.
Okay.
That's so weird that because if you're sharing with me, Steve, I should be able to access this. And I
I'm
can't.
sharing all non-adventure content with my players. And this
Oh,
is technically
because it's an adventure, we're not getting it from you. That's why.
They're not smart. Yeah, they're not smart. Well, Tyler is for some reason. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
But like, for some reason, like, well, not for some reason, D&D Beyond has not yet allowed you to share like character options and items from a book without sharing the entire book's content. So it's like something they need to fix on their end, right? I wish I could just share all player facing content, but I think I just chose all non-adventure contents like as a blanket share with this campaign. So, but maybe that's why I couldn't find it. I don't know. But anyways,
Yeah, I think that is
Okay, so 18 to everybody before I forget.
beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, you're 35 short. You're 10 short. Morthos is pretty much top. No, you're not topped off because you were pretty low earlier.
No, I'm topped off. I used the ointment and then I used 2 more potions.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay, and Hal, you should be topped off with that 18 from the cure wound, mass cure wound just now.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, if it's cool with y'all, I'll heal you right before we go to bed, because I only have 4th level and lower, and not many at that left. Aside from my 8th, so just want to make sure if there's a big emergency, we can turn to the clouds or something.
Do we want to turn in the clouds, get back safely and quickly without worrying about anything, or do we want to make the trek?
The trek would be multiple days, wouldn't it?
technically, yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Now that you have,
You're gonna get that spell slot back.
Yeah, I'm down for cloud travel.
Let's cloud it up.
Yeah. Did you see the item itself, Tyler?
Yeah, I can see the item. I can't add it, but I can look.
No. I meant the ice shard pendant.
Yes, I did see that too.
Okay.
That's a little crazy.
Yes.
I will keep it slightly.
Once you attune to it, now you would understand the full effects of it.
Okay, so it's just attuned to me over the course of the next hour or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that pipe is nuts. Misty Step as a bonus action, Fog Cloud, which is on brand for you, and then Summon a Mephit. That's cool.
Yeah. You have to like hold the pipe though, so it has to be in your hand, right? Like, but still pretty cool.
Yep.
Like,
That is-
I like you blow the pipe and then you
smoke.
Yeah.
It's a bubble bath.
It's a bubble pipe. It's pretty fun.
Okay. So I think that's everything on my end as far as I know. I just got to add items to D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Custom item. I don't know how to make it require attunement, but I will just have to remember.
You could just be super shady and please stream. Don't listen to me right now. You could just make a custom homebrew item exactly as that item, and then add it to your character.
I think that's what he was
That isn't
trying to do. Maybe.
No, I would add a custom item in my
Oh, you weren't making an actual magic item. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's faster. I might do that later, just when I can make it look nicer, but
I hear you.
it's fine for now.
So then, are we burning your 8th level spell slot to windwalk back home? That was on the table, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it takes an 8th level?
Well, it takes I don't have a 6 or a 7.
Damn. So what are you giving up with that 8th level?
Nothing useful like unilaterally. Mainly just like utility and sanity, like animal shapes or feeble mind.
Okay.
So long as we don't fight. I still have a 4th level and some 3rd level, 2nd level, and 1st level. So like Anything insane should be okay.
All right, then let's go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Up, and away.
Okay. So from the deck of the ship, you do the wind walk, and you guys all, go into wind and fly back to Tantalin. No problem. There's like a small comical moment where like there's a cutaway, and you see this like almost like angelic looking creature. Let me see if I can.
Oh boy.
He's writing us a ticket for going too fast.
Mm-hmm.
What was on the scroll, by the way, that we got out of the chest?
Nobody read it. Nobody looked at it.
I said someone should read it, and
that's right.
people shot me down. So
Yeah. So apparently nobody, like, you guys took the scroll, but nobody took the time to read it. If you want me to, I can summarize what it says.
yes, I would have suggested that Zeke read it before we just walk away with it, because we need to see what we're giving away.
That's the good idea.
We get a cutaway to like this sort of creature, this angelic looking creature, and she's flying through the air, and she's flanked by like a couple of like these ice devil creatures, which I don't know if you guys have seen ice devils either, have you?
She looks like she has a hill that we need to take, like Haruman.
Yeah, and she's flanked by a couple of these kind of things. Wait, are you talking about, do ice devils not fly? One second.
Yeah, I don't see wings on
They
those.
don't
boys.
fly.
They fall to the ground and flat immediately.
Yeah,
What a-
it's like
what a lame
Wile E.
devil.
Coyote again. They're like flying, and then they look around and they realize they don't have wings, and then they just plummet.
So that's the problem. She's floating off the ground. She refuses to touch the ground, and she's like berating these like ice devils who are like, she's like, "Come on, we need to go faster. They were last
What a-
reported heading in this direction. We need to find them so
What
we
a
can give
prima
them a
donna!
ticket."
Won't
Yeah,
She won't even walk on the ground. What a prima donna!
I love the irony of she's trying to give us a speeding ticket, but she can only go like 10 miles an hour.
well, she's burdened by these
'Cause of
stupid
that.
ice devils that can't fly.
That's so good.
So she's walking through, and they're going through the ice floes, and she's like, they're going through, and she's like, I got tickets for eye contact for flying too fast. Like, oh, this is gonna be the biggest like bust of my career. And then like there's like a zoom overhead as like you guys fly by in the wind cloud, like zoom right over the top of her, and they like all stop, and like their eyes just like look over the top as it like zooms past, and they just look back at each other, and she like. And they turn around and start walking back in the other direction as you guys just like zoom past them.
Wait, put up that spell. I want to see if we're even visible. Zeke?
It doesn't say you're not visible.
Yeah, but unless
He just looked like a cloud.
if we're like a couple 100 feet in the air, right?
Cloud, yeah.
And-
But
It's
if you were a couple
dark
100 feet in the
here.
air, you wouldn't be able to see the ground, so you wouldn't have any idea where you're going, right? So I'm assuming you're flying low enough that you can see the ground as you fly.
Okay, but we only need to be 120 feet because of our boy Morthos.
He is the lead cloud.
He's the lead cloud now that he can see again.
Well,
I'm
she
like Rudolph.
she has 120 feet of true sight, so she sees you anyways.
True sight.
She has true sight, so she sees you guys even in your cloud form as your normal forms flying overhead.
We're just like T-posing as we go.
Yeah, T-posing. So you zoom past, and she's
Man,
like,
she's better. She's better than an angel. 120 feet true sight. Wow.
yeah, like these things. Yeah, I mean that's pretty impressive. But that's what a stab gives her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, and she turns around, and then they start heading back towards you guys. So yeah, you guys arrive at like Tantalin like without issue, right? Like just within like an hour or whatever it is, like zooming past.
I mean, dang. I wish Morthos had said something. We would have gone in a different direction to try and throw her off.
He can't say anything. He's a cloud.
Yeah, you can't talk.
That's true. But he could have changed directions on us. I mean, that's his call.
Yeah, but all you saw was like walking along the ground, this like two ice devils and this like angel-looking thing like way below you as you zoom past at like 60 miles per hour. So like it wouldn't have meant anything to you guys. You know what I mean?
Are their names Pain and Panic?
You don't know they're looking for you.
I mean, we've definitely set the precedent that when we see something interesting, we just keep flying. So.
we pop down. Hello. Do you need help
It's-
with any safes? Or...
It's on brand. It's totally on brand. Do you have a safe you need transported? Because we've got a whale.
We don't have a whale anymore today, actually.
Are you out of?
Well, we'll have a
Yeah.
whale tomorrow. Just stay here. We'll get
Wait,
you
Polymorph is
tomorrow.
4th level. Yeah, we have a whale.
There you go. We got a whale for you.
Okay, to like basically give you a gist as you guys get back and you set your meeting with Shug to like turn in your findings. You do take a moment to like look over the scroll and understand it. And so like basically the scroll says the scroll talks about a book that can be used to free Levistus from his bonds. However, this is like kind of like a report like on the history of this book. It says the book was lost. Recent research indicates it was last seen in the possession of a tribe of frost giants in their homeland of Nigner. I can't speak giant, so give me a break. But
It sounds like Russian.
GR, yeah. So NYNGR, but it's like here in Stygia. It's like a frost giant clan, their hometown of Ninger in Stygia. Unfortunately, they were driven from their lands by a dragon known as Versephorith. And so it is now likely taken in by that dragon's horde. In accordance with the law, the findings are being filed away, but there is a kind of like cheeky note that indicates that it's being filed without notifying Levistus himself.
I assumed we also kept the other report about it being in Icewind Dale, so this is kind of like a paper trail that we're bringing back.
Yeah. Eventually, you know, Shug shows up for his meeting. He's there as soon as you guys like put notice in that you're back. Like he's there within like the hour. Yeah. And the barb devil kind of like walks into this like ice bar, and he like slides in across the table and like leans in like curiously, like, so do you have the book?
I think I'm taking over talking duties. I will.
It worked well last time.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there for the last meeting, so this is me there now, and I kind of say, yes, sir.
You don't need to get so formal, but I appreciate the respect.
I take the first scroll out that says it's in Icewind Dale, and I like just hand that one to him first to see his reaction as he reads it.
He's looking it over and he says, This is good, but this is not what we're after, unfortunately."
Yes. Luckily, that's not the only scroll we found. And then I bring up the second scroll and hand it to him.
Oh, this one, as he's reading it, you watch as his eyes like go wide, and he like smiles up, and he's like, "Well, it's not the book itself, but this is quite the lead."
Mm-hmm. That's what we thought too.
Yeah, he nods and he's like, "This should do it. This is what we needed. It's a way, a concrete proof that this book actually exists, and a lead on where it actually is." So
that's right. Do you have any information on this dragon?
He shakes his head. He's like, not handy, but I'm sure I could find something." And he like kind of like narrows his eyes and looks, and he's like, "Why, are you interested in going after it?"
That depends.
Our contract only stipulated this heist mission, and by all means, you've upheld your end of the bargain, and so I would definitely uphold mine and get you access to the portal you need.
As long as that access is done in such a way to where we don't piss off anybody, you know, as long as it's all above board and legal, and we get to get into where it is and through the portal.
Yeah, then I think everything's in order for that. I still don't know if I am going to get you access to the portal directly or to a meeting, but I'm sure I can arrange something.
I look over at Hal and then remember what Hal said, and then I say to him, I think either of those are what we need. You know, if we don't have to talk to the man, then we just go through the portal. If we do talk to him, then we've already got the proper information and the situation will allow us through.
That works for me. Though I will say, and he like leans in, he's like, if going after a dragon's horde is something you are interested in, I will definitely make it worth your while. And this is where this is where the DM like pauses the game and looks at the players and says, "This is like a bonus side quest that I'm throwing at your guys' lap. You can either go after this dragon and the book itself, and get access to the entire dragon's hoard of treasure that's sitting out there, or you can continue on and go the portal down to the next layer. So whether you take this side quest is a question for you players."
I mean, Marius would want more information on the dragon itself. Like, is it an ancient dragon, an adult dragon? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But also, and I feel like I talk for the whole group here when I say, like, we would need one of those crystals each so that way we could go fight the dragon after a long rest. Because going in there diminished without the ability to use spells or any features that require a long rest to get back, like, it's going to be a hell of a fight.
Right. Yeah, like if you were to, if that's how the conversation goes with Shug, then he would definitely agree, and he would say he could definitely, as terms of the deal, provide you guys with the shards you need to go in at full strength.
All right, then the whole world freezes, and Jordan on mic looks at everybody digitally through our Discord call and says, "Guys, do you all feel like killing a dragon?"
Yeah. This is like the side bonus thing. This has nothing to do with our story or our mission, just a cool chance to fight a dragon and whatever loot it has. Also,
it would depend on how long it takes to get either to the portal or the meeting. And if we can get to the dragon and back before the earliest convenience, then yes, I will be down. But if we're going to go straight to the portal, then I would say, nah, let's pass.
I like that flavor, though. You could arrange to go after the dragon's horde while you're waiting for access to the portal to be arranged, right? Because if it takes like a day or two and you have Windwalk, you can get there and back in the day, right?
Right.
That's a good way to like have the best of both worlds, right? It's cool.
Yeah, I think I'm of the same mind of Rick.
Also, just to let you know, it is an ancient dragon. So these are like the strongest devils. It's the type of dragon it is actually interesting, because when it comes back, it's not it's why is this not? Oh, okay, wait. Let me find. So, as for the type of dragon it is, they are telling you it is known as a boreal dragon.
I think I've heard that before.
It's another Tome of Beasts creature. It's definitely like an Arctic style dragon. It is no joke, and everyone, like, it's kind of like not a secret that this dragon layers here on the lair. Everyone just kind of gives it a wide berth, and it mostly harasses like the frost giant tribes that live in the glacier regions. And the devils would rather just not mess with it.
Perhaps we head to the frost giant people and gain some allies before we go after this dragon.
That's a good call. That's an interesting idea. Did based on the knowledge we have and then talking to Shug, is that tribe wiped out, do you think, or do you think they just relocated?
They have definitely relocated. So the tribes are, from what he says, the frost giant tribes used to be very like strong in the region, and they've since fractured, and they've split into like dozens of small tribes that now fight with each other because their homeland has been taken from them by this dragon. So there are lots of different like tribes and factions of giants that live on the lair. There's not like a singular tribe you could go to. It'd be finding one of these tribes, and that are kind of like nomadic these days?
I think it's definitely worth at least trying. I mean, so long as we don't like enter into a life or death contract, if it's kind of kicking our ass, we could just leave.
Oh, Shug also pays you at this point. He pays you your 5 soul coins. I think that you guys.
Crap.
Holy crap!
Yeah, you guys are getting loaded with soul coins.
We're over encumbered. We have to
Time to
wait
go
until-
shopping.
I think it's something that is also very nice is that so these ice pendants do more than just let you get a nice rest in Stygia. They get you +2 to AC and saves.
What?
Yeah, they require attunement. So I think that alone is a very valuable item to get to the entire party.
But they require attunement.
As far as like the stacking goes, they basically are kind of treated sort of like an amulet of protection, so they don't stack with cloaks of protections or amulet protections. But otherwise, they function as like a +2, amulet of protection with the stipulation that it also, makes you immune to the effects of the lair.
So that could be a nice upgrade for even if you already have something like that
Yeah.
going forward.
I can take 2 of the soul coins. So I can hold those. You want to put the 3 extra in souls bag?
I can take 1, and then we can put 2 with soul.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
It seems like a good opportunity.
Yeah, and don't forget too. We got that chick devil hunting us down too. So.
What? What are you talking
Did
about?
you see when we flew over? Did you guys all see when we flew over that thing? She looked up at us.
No, you can see
Oh,
way
shit.
further than any of us.
We
That's
were
why
looking
you're in
at
the
women
front.
as we were flying around.
I forgot that you guys couldn't see. Yeah, when we were flying over, there was this devil lady, and she had
Kind of
these
looks like
weird
Marius, to be sure. With
Yeah,
the
it looked
wings
like
and
a
stuff.
female Marius, but a devil, like the opposite.
Oh, like a what if?
That's-
What if there is
Yeah,
a-
you know,
Yeah.
what I mean,
Yeah, wow.
yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the
If I just made a different decision
looking
in my
devils I've
character
seen out here,
creation.
but she definitely looked up and saw us and was aware of us, and she had
That's-
these weird
That's
looking
good to know.
creatures with her. So
Were they flying?
Yeah, were they flying?
she was, but they weren't.
Okay. Was she being a prima donna and just not even touching
Yes.
the ground?
Oh yeah, definitely,
Wow, what a
definitely.
prima donna.
Marius.
Maria says, "Wow, what a prima donna!" As he hovers above the ground.
Yeah, it was like your opposite.
Wow. Okay. And how do you know they were following?
Oh, I don't
us?
know if they were following us, but she definitely looked up and recognized us.
So
Like
she-
everybody else we fly over, it's like they don't even know who we were, but she made notice, and her head and eyes moved with us as we went across, and so I don't know if it means anything, but we need to at least be aware of her.
she's one to look out for then. If she
She's
can,
definitely aware of us.
yeah, if you can see
Hmm.
through the clouds into the people. However that works.
Yeah, nobody else has noticed that. We fly over them. We could even hover over people, and they don't even recognize us, right?
Does Marius have true sight when he's a cloud?
Yes.
I would
It's
assume.
Marius.
Yeah, but mine's only 60 feet.
But anyone next to you, you just see like their normal form, just like.
Yeah. Yeah, I see all of you like through your cloud form.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Now, I guess that means if you were to take that feat that allows you to read lips, which do you have that? Somebody
don't
has that,
have
right?
But I was.
I have it. It's observant.
Okay, because if you had observant, then when everyone's in cloud form, they could like mouth whatever they're saying. You could read their lips in cloud form.
Oh dang! Yeah, good point.
I was
So
just
chemical level 16 soonish. Maybe
well.
I don't think it's worth.
That's
16.
the other thing I wanted to say right here, as because before you guys go do anything else, you're gonna get like a long rest. Even though I mean, if we're going after this dragon, especially with the shards you're gonna be given, you can definitely get like a full long rest. You guys get to hit level 16 just from that.
Yay.
From everything you guys have done so
Amazing.
far. As well as I wanted to point out that going on this bonus dragon hunt quest includes an extra bonus level up upon completion.
Ooh.
Okay, so on the reward for this, if we don't die, which is always the asterisk.
Yep. Dragon Horde.
Dragon Horde, which is to be determined. We get 4. We can probably just lie and say I don't have one, so we get 5 ice shard pendants,
which will allow me to put one around Saul's
right, perfect.
neck.
Then we get another level up. I think this sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, this sounds like a really good reason for a TPK. Let's do it.
I mean, if there was ever a better reason for a TPK than going into a dragon's lair,
We are playing
To
Dungeons
fight
and
an
Dragons.
ancient dragon.
Right, playing D&D. Okay, sounds good.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
this sounds
stipulation is, this is not easy, but you guys have taken on demon lords and stuff, like, we'll see, right? It's a dragon, right? Dragons are
careful planning.
dragons are dragons.
And we're going into its lair. We're going into its lair too, so there's some added danger.
Yeah, and like part of the research would let you know that like it's like an Arctic dragon, but like oddly, it's a fire-based breath.
Ooh.
And the way that you know you're close to its lair is that the entire region within miles of its lair has no snow, and all snow that falls like melts instantly. So
That's amazing. That's super cool.
it's sort of like layer effects. That's part of the research you guys would be given. So if there's anything you can
that
prepare
means
spell wise
Ava-
that helps, there you go.
Yep. Protection from energy, fire, having Ava ride Saul the whole time so she gets fire resistance and he has fire immunity. What
You're gonna
else?
switch him out from Nightmare or Pegasus Nightmare.
Oh yeah, he's not a nightmare. Damn it. Hey Saul, just change her to a nightmare real quick, please. Thank you.
change who you are.
Go back to Avernus and then like shackle him with the infernal attack.
I mean, this isn't something I could help you guys out with, but Absorb Elements is one of the most insane first level spells I've ever seen. Just as a reaction, I get resistance to whatever I'm getting hit by.
Yep.
So, especially for Dragon Breath, which is going to be a lot of damage, so that'll be really useful.
Yeah, that's not bad for a reaction.
Because I don't use reactions with any of my spells. Like, I definitely don't hit anybody with my reaction.
Ooh, that's a cleric spell?
Okay.
That's
a druid spell. I was gonna say that'd be really awesome for Ava to like if Ava could do it, like absorb it, and then part of absorb elements is to be able to like infuse your next melee attack with that sort of damage, you know. So like absorb the fire breath, and then your dagger, or I guess it wouldn't be your dagger. You don't fight with the dagger very often.
Druid, Ranger, Sorcerer, Wizard, Artificer. So no cleric.
Yeah. Oh well. So
yeah, I think
reading the room, it sounds like you guys want to go after the side quest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's cool with me. So that's what we will spend our next session doing, is going after this verse. Let me.
I do like Hal's idea though. So maybe the beginning of the session starts off with us trying to convince the giants to maybe help us a little bit. And then if that doesn't work, I guess we're going in without them. But a pit stop over there to try and convince them to help us take back their home would be cool.
Yeah. Be like The Hobbit, but with giants instead of short people.
Yeah, I mean there are definitely like giant tribes. If you guys wanted to go and try to like find some of the giant tribes and see what we're able to accomplish, then that is definitely something we can do, because I have content we can tap into if you guys would like. But I was hoping to have the whole dragon hunt thing be like a self-contained episode, you know what I mean? So we could like move on to the next one. So
That's true.
So if you guys want, we could do like a stop in at the giants and see what they have to say.
That sounds good to me. We can definitely just hit them up and Try to
We
figure out what
still-
they're about.
We still have like 6 hours on our cloud walk, so maybe after we get our crystals to wear around our necks, we just cloud walk over to the Giants' place and we can talk to them this session.
And this time we're looking for the lady on the way over.
Where's that lady?
Yeah.
She's 100.
Martha said there was a lady.
floating above the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, I had some other stuff that we could have that I was hoping to, or like not hoping, planning to possibly squeeze in for tonight. I think the fight went longer than I thought it would, which surprised me. I wasn't even sure there was going to be a fight, but I forgot you guys weren't supposed to leave any survivors. So.
Yeah, we kind of made that pact with each other, like no
Yeah.
survivors, so they don't know it's us.
Yeah, that really wasn't in the
But-
contract. We kind of just decided.
Here's-
I don't know.
Here's the thing, though. That woman saw us and then turned around to follow us, so she's not going to find the ship, so she won't even know that we did that either.
Yeah, and I gotta say, everything you guys did in the ship was technically legal if what you're being told is the truth, right? You guys are working for Levistus as like sort of like dark ops, sort of. You're working for the national security or like the planar security, right? So anything you guys do is
Yep.
authorized by like the Patriot Act. So
Are we the CIA?
I was about to say, we're being funded by the CIA.
Wow.
that is very much
Yeah,
what I
this
was
is
trying
this-
to give you the impression of when he was pitching you the job like last time.
I hadn't put that
It's
together.
the It's the SIA, Stygia Internal, or whatever the hell it is. The SIA.
Let me see. What did I say in the thing? Because he said
The Stygia Intelligence Agency.
It's weird. I know last session we got these ice shard necklaces, but now we just have suits instead, and they do the same thing.
Yeah, and they give us this flashy thingy, and we make people forget stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, so what Shug told you. So he said, except of course for matters of prime security, Levistus created a task force which he's licensed under. If something is concerning overthrowing him, then you are permitted to take direct action. So
We're the imperialists.
yeah, pretty much.
We're the ones
We're working.
stifling the will of
we're
the
work-
people.
Which is also very vague.
Yeah, we're
They
working for the man.
yeah.
Oh, it's deniable as hell. Like he can just be like, I don't know who those guys are, and we
That
just
makes it
keep
worse for everybody involved.
trying. Yeah, that's
Right.
yeah, that's the way it is. That's why you don't work for the man.
This is fantastic.
Nice. Well,
Yeah, let's go kill a dragon.
yep. Let's next section, killing a dragon. We can do a quick stop in at the giants and see if you can get them to rally behind you, and then
Yeah, I mean it could be like a short conversation, and then you make you make Brianna and I try and roll persuasion, and if we fail, then we just go kill the dragon.
listen. I have a whole backstory for this clan. I got characters in this giants tribe ready to go.
Oh shit!
Like this is
Yeah.
content I prepped. This is one of the alternate quest lines that you could have taken
Oh, cool.
here, and now I'm getting to tap into it in this way.
It's exciting.
Yeah. I really love giants too, so it's fun, especially frost giants. So it's fun being able to see them. They have such a strict hierarchy. It's very devil-like, actually.
Yeah,
And
I'm glad
here
that
we are.
when we get there, they're going to be able to make fun of my hill giant belt. 'Cause it's not even close to a frost giant. That's good. That's going to be a fun part
All
of the session.
angel with small belt.
Oh, look at the little belt on the little angel.
Oh, now I need to add a frost giant belt to the dragon's lair.
Oh shit! We are definitely killing that dragon, guys.
What is
give
the
it-
strength on a frost giant belt?
25? 27? It's up there, right?
Frost giant is that's 23. It's one up from hill giant. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then we give it to Hal because he gets the most benefit from it.
Marius just floating there just gives you a look. Just a look.
Well, even if you gave a frost giant belt strength to Marius, that somebody gets the hill giant strength, right?
Exactly, right? There's a hand me down.
We give it to Kirby. He just wears this oversized
Why don't,
breast.
why don't we give it to you so that you have something to do other than, cast spells?
That's
You
cold.
could hit stuff with your mace again.
You got you got an extra attunement slot. You can actually do some damage
Oh, that's cold.
without burning the ship down.
Real unrelated question. Does Marius, is your marriage ring thing, is that attunement or is that just a ring?
Nope, that's just a ring. That's
It's just a
platinum
material.
ring your husband gave you.
It's the material component for your spell, right?
Yep, it's what connects us. When I cast a spell, it's what does the thing that is the bond.
Okay, so it's like I'm holding. It's like I'm the onstage assistant, and you're like Houdini act.
There's one last thing that one last scene I want.
It.
No, go ahead. Sorry, go.
No, I'll just display the spell so you can see what it does. It's really cool. But go ahead, and Steve.
I was gonna say before we close out tonight, because we're not gonna do any more like combat or like story advancement. There's one more scene I wanted to play out that we'll close on. But you guys can go ahead and finish talking about your stuff or whatever.
No, I just wanted to show like it does cool stuff. It gives you a bonus to AC and saving throws. You have resistance to all damage, and then each time you take damage, I take some of that damage too.
I see. So the target gets the resistance, and then the other person takes the other half.
Yep.
Basically.
So you take half the damage, I take the other half.
But the material component is platinum bands that you both have to be wearing for the duration. So now everyone's prepared for this by having a wedding ring.
Yeah. That's why your husband gave everybody rings, made it official. You know, they say you got to put a ring.
You were my best man at our wedding.
Yeah. Well, best man and husband.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's what's weird about this. You want
that's
start this now, Mary.
All right, and as we're having this argument, it shifts over to Steve's.
Well, I did want to say, like, why we're here in Tantalin, which is a fairly sizable city, and you have this contact in Shug. If you guys wanted to spend some of your soul coins getting stuff, like for instance, diamonds and stuff like that, like he could probably
diamonds.
I would say each soul coin can get you up to like 500 gold worth of diamonds per soul coin.
So one soul coin could be like a 300 GP diamond and then two 100 dust of diamonds.
Yep. However you guys want to portion that up, yeah. Is there anything else specific that you guys are like missing out on?
This is
That's a good
another
point.
one of the really dumb things that I like. A actual thinking creature would clearly not do, but I'm a moron. I don't have a mace.
Did you got rid of your mace? Oh.
The flashlight mace, yeah.
Okay.
So all you have is your staff now?
Yeah, I have my staff and my shield.
Cool.
Actually,
doesn't that look like Asmodeus, that staff, or does it look like something
it looks
else?
like an Ankh, I believe,
it's got an
right?
Ankh on it, yeah.
An Ankh. Okay.
So Asmodeus is trapped in the pyramid. We have to go free him.
Yep. In Egypt.
Yeah, we turned the Indiana Jones plane is next, right, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah.
The pit of snakes.
You know what? You're not as wrong as you may think. However, the other thing that's interesting is there's a whole desert full of like temples on this layer that we just never got to.
Oh shit! Really cool.
Yeah, that was the third sort of biome that was the third kind of biome quest line that we could have potentially got to. Which would be in the paperwork that Hal secretly shoved in his pocket and never read. But I would say here's like up to 500 gold worth of diamonds or gems or any other sort of like material components. You know, like one soul coin can get you up to 500 GP worth of material components for any sort of spells you guys want to cast, whether that's like incense for like Find Familiar or whatever you guys use. I don't know. Diamonds, it always comes down to diamonds, I feel, for all the important stuff, right?
Right.
We have like a full ass 5,000 GP diamond.
Right, but the problem with that is you cast Resurrection with it and the whole diamond goes away.
Yeah.
I know. I was going to ask if there's like a jeweler in town that could like cut it for us for like maybe multiple 300s and the rest is dust or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
we just trade it in for equal value.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably an easy way. If you want to like break up that 5,000 GP diamond into smaller chunks, and that's something that could be done.
Go to Jared, ask for change, and just hold out this enormous diamond.
I mean, you're basically giving this 5,000 GP diamond to Shug, who's then taking it to people that he can get work done in and trusting he's going to bring you back the diamonds, because all this work takes place in the middle of the city where you guys are not allowed.
Yeah, I would assume that we would do that only after we had contracted with him to go fight the dragon.
Yeah.
or whatever we're doing for that, because he's giving us those necklaces.
Yep.
It's very generous of him to be giving us 6 necklaces. The 5 of us, Marius's mount. That makes 6.
Marius is not going to argue that for you, Zeke.
5's
I'll
pretty
argue
easy.
for
6 would be an interesting sell, but
I'm good with 5 because he doesn't know that we already have one.
Yeah, that's right. We literally couldn't use another one, and we have a fair number of gold
Yeah.
coins. Maybe it's better not to just.
yeah.
not
Part
mess with it.
of what he's saying is like these necklaces he's giving you guys are like basically on loan, so he'll want them returned before you guys like go through the portal.
Oh,
He
I'm
would
fine with it because we won't need them where we're going.
yeah. They're really good, like plus AC and plus saves. But the biggest thing is definitely like being able to sleep.
Well, here's the other thing though. Like when we get back with that dragon horde, what if we find enough stuff that if we want to keep something like that, we could just pay him for it at that point.
Yeah.
We're going to a literal ancient dragon horde. Like, who knows what's in there?
Hopefully
It's
there
gonna
are
be-
less
it's gonna be
dragon
amazing. It's
children
gonna be
this
great.
time.
The other thing that he points
He
out.
doesn't like gold. Go ahead.
No, the other thing he points out when he gives you guys, like, you guys sign the contract that says, like, you have to return these necklaces and such. Basically, he lets you know, like, these are useless outside of Stygia anyways, because as soon as they go out of, like, below freezing temperatures, they melt, and they lose all their effectiveness. So, if you're going through the portal anyways, there's no point in taking them with you.
So what we could do is the one that Zeke has. We can just sell that and get stuff for it before we leave,
Yeah, I think.
because that's valuable here, but nowhere else.
Yeah. And maybe we can even sell it
Well,
to Should. We found it
right.
in the horde.
To be specific, it's as long as it stays below freezing, it stays intact, right?
So we need a bag of colding. Got it.
Bag of colding, awesome.
Oh my god.
And as well, I would
It's a
say,
freezer bag. It's where you put all
Hey,
your
that's just a
food.
bag of ice, Jordan.
like with
No, but
your,
it's a. I was gonna say it's a bag. You know how the bag of holding goes to a like an interdimensional plane, and then the bag of hold things goes to the abyss stomach. The bag of colding goes to the plane of ice, and it's like a little igloo that you have for yourself.
it's a
Make
pocket
sure we don't get
dimension
the
here.
bag of mold it, because that ruins all our bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an
Okay.
interesting idea.
I definitely need to make like a small shop for my campaign for a silly little thing that is just a bag of holdings pun shop.
Yeah. You definitely don't want a bag of balding because that just sucks.
If you are looking to spend
Tell
more
me
soul
about
coins, here I think you would probably be able to for like 2 soul coins you can get any like uncommon one soul coin gets you any common magic item. 2 soul coins can get you any uncommon magic item. 3 soul coins can get you any rare magic item.
Oh shit.
So if there's anything
We have a lot of soul coins.
you guys now do have a lot of soul coins, but like soul coins seem to be the primary currency of a lot
On
of
all the levels.
So it's very
Bless you.
being able to sell this stuff is definitely something you can do, but just know that like
Yeah, but this.
who knows what you're gonna need soul coins for going forward, right? Like how
Yeah,
many?
that's
It
totally
takes
true.
you a bunch of soul coins when you get your travel papers. You know what I mean?
Right,
Do we wanna-
exactly. Yeah, because we might have to get new travel papers when we go to the next layer.
About
That might
soul
be
coins.
a thing every time.
Well, there's
wanna
2 things, right? You had to get your travel papers like approved for this layer, and you had to have them in the first place. You didn't even have the travel papers, so at least you financed that already. So it should be easier to just pay for the approval, and you don't have to do the whole sourcing them and paying for express processing next time.
And then we've got that whole fog cloud plus sleight of hand set up, so we won't have to wait 3 days.
Yeah, we can just do that every time. I agree.
That will totally be fine. 2 natural 20s, yeah, not a problem.
Okay, it was 1. It was 1.
What were you saying, Mike?
What were
I
you
was
going
just
to
saying,
say,
you guys
Mike?
want to should we just split up all the gold that's sitting there in this pile? Or do you want to just keep it all piled up?
How much is in the pile right now?
Well, we had 1,950 in our pool, and then we just got 36,500 in a chest, 25, 149, and 200. So another 910.
We should convert them into platinum pieces, so that way they're easier to carry. Because we're getting to the point where we've got like 2,000 gold pieces, and that ends up to being like 2,000 pounds or like 200 pounds or something like that. So like, if we're gonna keep the gold, we need to put it into higher currency so it's easier to transport.
Makes sense.
Because eventually we're gonna get to the point where Steve is just gonna be like, you know what, I'm turning on gold weight because this is ridiculous.
I mean,
You guys,
part of the reality is this isn't the sort of campaign where I'm worried about that. So
oh, I already have that turned on. I'm carrying 15 pounds of coins right now.
nice.
All right, so it's a total of 2,860 we have in our pool.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And then, it's going to suck when this dragon just, likes collecting like frozen poop. Like there's no gold there. It's just these like little frozen tchotchkes that it's been collecting its whole life because it's like, one of those weird collecting dragons.
Listen,
So that's going to suck.
I already set up this dragon's horde. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, okay.
It's the bag of holdings pawn shop, isn't it?
All right. With the last couple minutes here, I need to ask a serious question of the group because
Can we do the last scene before and then we can ask?
Yes,
the
please.
question? Or
Yes,
do you want to
please.
ask the
Yes,
question
yes,
and
yes.
then do my scene? How do we want to do
no, because it's a meta question anyways.
Okay,
So,
let's wrap up
we
the
do that.
story then, as we get kind of like go to fade to black. Okay, so as you guys are kind of sitting around and Shug is like finalizing the deal with you guys, you see like a couple of pretty high-ranking bone devils. Let's say it's actually a horn devil shows up, and like he kind of looks like nervous, and he gets up and he walks over, and they're having a conversation in this like sort of like ice bar, and it appears like this is like a superior in some sort, someone that he reports to directly. And he's kind of like, you hear him explaining who you guys are, and he shows him the scroll that describes the book and stuff, and he looks really like pleased with himself. And this horned devil is like nodding along and looking, and like just he won't make eye contact with you guys. He only talks to Shug, but he's like looking at him, and he like kind of like gives him like a very, very happy sort of like nod, like he's very like impressed. And he like puts his hand on Shug's shoulder, and he says, I gotta say, this is great work. Congratulations. You've had this coming a long time. And like you watch as he like very like not subtly at all, like draws this like short sword from like his hip, and like takes the short sword and just rams it right into Shug's gut. But there's no cry of pain at all from Shug and no resistance. I think the barkeep's probably a little surprised because he's like, God, now they're going to make a mess on my bar. But he like takes the sword in the gut and slices like up the belly of Shug. And you guys are probably like kind of like taken aback and not even sure what to do. And you watch as he does this, he drops Shug and Shug falls to the ground like almost like lifeless, just like oozing pus like out of this slit up his stomach. And then slow at first, but you see like coming out of this slit is like a small like bubble of sorts that begins to like inflate from his chest. And as it grows larger, the bubble looks like it's almost like a amniotic sac kind of material. It looks sort of filled with something that grows. It's got like veins kind of running through it, and you can see some sort of form inside of it. And as the bubble grows, you watch as like the husk of Shug before like shrivels down into almost nothingness, and then a like claw reaches through the sack and pops it, making a huge mess as it gushes all over the floor of the bar. And standing before you, unmistakably, is a chain devil. And they like the chain devil and the horn devil like look at each other and shake hands, and the chain devil turns and looks at you guys, and it's unmistakably Shug's voice, and he says, "You guys don't know how long I've been waiting for this promotion." And
That was gross.
And that's where we fade to black.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that is how devils are promoted.
Gross.
Very gross. No one's ever like, you always talk about double promotions, but have you ever seen one before? Well, now you guys.
Unfortunately, we have, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have. Yeah, I was reading on the physiology of, like, there's different sources, but the physiology of, like, these devils have these sacs inside that grow when they, like, get the promotion. It, like, kind of, like, grows their new body from the old one from within, and it has to, like, be cut free. It's gross, man. Devils are weird. Anyways, we started with bloody, frozen,
Yay.
soaked hats, and
Chunky blood.
we
Chunky
ended
blood.
with chain devils birthed out of amniotic sacs spilling. The worst part is it spills all over the bar's floor, and then it's just going to freeze into it. So now it's just, like, forever stained here.
Marius is happy he's floating.
Yeah. We see Ava, like, pick her feet up off the ice a little bit as it, like, rushes under the table she was sitting at.
You can get that on our new boots.
Yeah, poor Alleged 5. Anyways, that's our session for tonight. So that's game-wise, that's the session for tonight. So when we come back next week, we will try to make contact with the Frost Giants, and then we will go after this Versiferth. I got a Versiferth. I don't know. I use a dragon name generator, and then I probably should have figured out how to pronounce it.
Dragon
Yeah.
Bob.
It's Versailles. I think that makes sense.
I think it's Versiferoth. Interesting.
Could be
Versiferth.
Versiferth. So, anyways, that's our sesh. That's our content. So, you said something like a meta question you had. So yeah, don't forget, guys, level up to level 16.
Thank you.
And you are getting a full regular long rest as long as you attune to this necklace, and it becomes one of your 3 attunement slots or whatever.
Are you going to add that onto our character sheet so we can do that?
That's a good point. I'll add it to everyone's character sheets.
Thank you, sir. So, this is my question. I can take a 3rd level in fighter and get my subclass, my martial archetype, or I can take my last level that I'm going to take in paladin, which gives me cleansing touch.
Sounds like it could clear up inky eyes.
This is something that is super powerful. So I can get this now or I can get this later, but it's kind of up to the group because it's a very strong ability.
Okay, so we're doing this meta anyway. Steve told us we're leveling up once we kill the dragon, right?
Yeah.
Do we think the dragon or any of that encounter is going to involve spells being cast on us that are going to have lasting effects? You do?
Both.
Lasting effects, maybe, but definitely, yes, spells cast on us. And we already have, if you're within 10 feet of me because of my sword, we get advantage on any spells being cast on us. So that'll help anyway. But this, if it does affect somebody, I can just touch somebody or, use this on myself and end any one spell on myself or somebody else.
I think it's super strong.
Yeah. And I'll get 6 uses of it a day. So, or no, 5.
Okay.
That sounds
I added Ice Shard Pendant to all of your character sheets. Everyone should have it. If I missed your character sheet, let me know.
Okay. Because it's the only thing I get for level 14 for a paladin. So yeah, I don't get any spells or spell slots or spell slots at least. I don't get anything else. So it's just for this ability because this ability is really good.
What subclass were you looking at in fighter?
I was thinking about either samurai or champion since Hal's already got champion down and it seems to be working well for him. I've been trying to think over like the last 6 months how many times I've rolled a 19 and I don't feel like it happens that often, but it'll increase my crit range. So
and then samurai was just a numbers buff somewhere else?
A numbers buff, I can give myself advantage I think like 2 times a day just with an ability, and then I get some other cool stuff.
I think one thing I'm gonna do though, instead of like having this whole like meta conversation on the stream and the videos, we can let our viewers be surprised at what you take next week.
Okay, thanks.
So
thanks for listening to us nerd out about skill stuff and class stuff.
Let's do our sign off. So Hello, I am DM Steve. You can follow me on Twitter at Steve the DM.
Oh, we're leaving.
Goodbye. I am Steve the DM.
Thank you.
Follow me at, no, I am DM Steve. Follow me at Steve the DM. Damn it, I got it all wrong. Anyways,
Your groove.
you know who I am and you know what I am. If you're not following me already, then you don't love me.
Ow.
I know. That's how I feel. So, all right. Tyler, you want to sign off for yourself and we'll go around?
Goodbye. I'm Tyler. Follow me on Twitter if you can find me. It is a challenge I have put forth. You have 1 week. Time clocks now.
All right.
What are they?
Mike?
Okay.
Have a good week, guys. Sign it off.
Awesome. Jordan?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Don't follow me anywhere. I'll see you next week.
Rick?
I want to say thanks, Steve, for the good time. You can follow me at Hallowed on Twitter, at Hallowed RPG on Twitch, and the Hallowed Hunt on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Thanks again, Steve.
No problem. And Brianna?
All right. Bye, guys. I don't have any socials, so I guess you can make one up for me and just catfish people with my name. So that would be fun,
Ooh,
right?
that's a challenge. Yeah, do it. And then I'll actually add the catfish handle to your screen.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks. And then I'll start promoting that catfish on this stream. But yeah, stay safe. Please be nice to each other, and good night.
Yep. So next week we're going on a dragon hunt, so that'll be awesome. Tune in for the Alleged 5 taking down at their new level 16 abilities, taking down Ancient Dragon, and then come on back the week after that because we're going to Malbolge, which should be fun.
If we're alive.
Yay.
Well, that's true, or it could be a TVK.
Yeah, we aren't going to be with that attitude.
It'll be exciting either way.
Hey,
Well,
Arthur got his ass
here's the
kicked.
thing. Now that you're 16, Zeke, if you die, you're dead permanently because your contract has kicked in. And also, we already know Ava's gone her last life. So it might not be a TPK, but it could be the last we see of Zeke and or Ava. So tune in 2 weeks to find their new characters out.
I mean, I feel like every fight has been like possibly Ava's last, so I don't feel like I'm allowed to be scared.
But
No.
wait, you got... At 16, do you guys get 9th level spell slots?
No, 17.
Okay, so you don't have Wish yet.
No, I don't. Do druids get wish?
No, probably
I think
not.
so.
But
It's
like,
like a wish.
yeah, warlocks don't unless you're Pact of the Genie, right?
Yeah,
So I guess
because
no.
you can't even get that high with Warlock.
Sorcerer, wizard, and the genie.
Right, that was like the Genie specific thing, getting Wish, which is pretty cool. Okay. Well, I'm excited to do this dragon hunt next week. We haven't done a dragon fight this campaign, have we?
Well, we
Besides, we
A
killed the
little
one.
Was
Oh, we did do one. Yeah, we did
Arthur
do
almost
one.
got us killed. That's
Why we're
why
killing
we want to
Arthur.
kill him.
How did I
Arthur's
forget
there
that?
next week. We have 2 targets, everybody.
Yeah, go contact Arthur. He's good at hunting dragons.
Yeah, let's bring him back.
Do you have sending? You don't have sending anymore, huh?
Nah, I'm not a cleric.
Damn. Ava is.
Ava might have sending. We'll see.
Hey, Arthur, we're killing another dragon. Get over here.
Yeah.
It's in like an hour. I'll see you there.
Yeah. Just get down to Stygia, no problem. We'll see you there. So,
You got
yeah.
the travel papers. You work for Tiamat.
That's true. I can't say anything.
listen,
like,
listen to Steve. Listen to Steve sit there for a second. Oh wait, that is true. Shit.
Like, she would probably, like, here's the thing. Tiamat's kind of like this, like, like the redheaded stepchild, you know? She doesn't really fall into the hierarchy properly, and she's kind of held here against her will, but she still is part of the system, you know? So she might buck the system, but, like, people under her, they're probably, you know, they're probably, like, they know how to play within the confines of the rules.
Mhm.
Although they
Can't get off
just...
the grid. when you're that big. Is too
Well,
loud.
if you just staged a failed coup, or you're in the process of staging a coup against the layer that you are residing in, will the next layer stamp your travel papers? Maybe they just wanted to
I
go
don't know. I
in
think
to the Capitol building and take selfies. They didn't actually mean any harm.
yeah. If anything from the videos of Twitter say it, then no, you get on the no-fly zone.
Yeah.
From all the videos I've been seeing.
So maybe Arthur will have a harder time getting here.
Arthur's gonna get held up in customs.
But maybe Arthur will have some cool spells that let him, plane shift or teleport to you. I don't know.
There we go.
That's impossible.
Anyways.
Arthur's
We'll see you guys next week here on Beyond Avernus. Take care. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
This now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? I live in the shadows, I work in the shade. I keep in a mask, a lonely keeper's crusade. Can you tell me I'm not insane? Sometimes I get this feeling about the law I'm dealing. Am I letting my reason wane? Have I been forsaken?